Fucking hell. What are we saying?
Got anything silly on you that I need to know about? No. Be honest with me. Yeah. You have you? What have you got? Okay. Wow, okay. At the moment, you're going to be placed under arrest, right, for P-wins. Class A, okay? So you do not have to say anything about our defence. You do not mention the question. Something which later I didn't call. Anything.
What are we saying, chat? Let me know what pairs we're looking at, man. Love, boys. Let me know what pairs we're looking at, boys. Yes, boys. Let me know what pairs we're looking at, man. Let me know what pairs we are trading, boys. Let me know what pairs we're trading, people. Morning, everyone. Give me 2 secs, boys. 2 secs. What are you saying, chat? What are you saying, Aaron? What are you saying, Kay? Morning, though, boys. Let me know what we're looking at, man. Let me know what pairs we're trading. What are you saying, TikTok? Morning, Caveman. Morning, Jed. Morning, One Ball. Phil, Casual, T.O., Troy. Casual, Jay, David, Shabusi, Stack, Ernest, SJ. What you saying? Phil, Mehmet. Morning, boys. Yeah, let me know what pair you man are looking at, boys. Let me know what pairs we are looking at. You bullish or bearish? I am bullish, bro. But I'm bullish, Gabos. What about you, bro? What you saying, Simon? What you saying, Aaron? Are you in the 4-hour order block? Yeah, so I'll go through what I'm looking at this morning. Was thinking of GU shorts. Yeah, I'm looking at EU GU shorts right now. I'm just looking at the higher time frame. Really, if we start on the DXY, you can see we swept this monthly low. Swept this monthly low with this monthly high as a target. We also came into this weekly order block here. So everything's telling me that price is really going to continue up today. I want to get in entries on the lower time frame if possible. So yeah, I drew out. Obviously, this is the sweep. This is the order block. So I've drawn out from the high, the low, and this is my order block that I'll be looking to buy from. So I'm just waiting for lower time frame reversals, and then I'll be looking to get in if possible. So basically the opposite on EU-GU, essentially. EU looks basically the same as what we're seeing. Again, you've got the sweep of the monthly highs, you've got the monthly low as a target, we've got that weekly order block as well. So we want to sell down, so we're definitely looking at sells. And then again, when we look at the current structure, we had a sweep there and then the move down here. So just looking for a retracement and then that move to continue. So yeah, now we've retraced again to our order block. I would now be looking at on the lower time frame, are we going to have any potential reversals? So yeah, this is basically what I'm looking at, chat. GU's not as nice. I mean, GU on the higher time frame still the same, sort of. I mean, we swept the monthly high. We've got this monthly low here, but as you can see, we are currently trading above the prior month high. So we are very premium in the pound, and we know the pound is quite strong. Appreciate all the likes, Aaron. So yeah, so I would really be looking at sells like this, but the pound's a lot stronger right now. So when we go into the 4 hour again and draw out the current range, you can see again from the range of here, here and here, we are trading in the premium, so we are optimal for sells, but we're trying to find a good level for those sells. Gunners win, yeah, trust me, Simon. It was a good result for us finally. We've been waiting for a good result. But yeah, appreciate all the likes, Cash. Appreciate the likes, Aaron. EU weekly bearish CRT. I don't really see it that much, but yeah, I'd still be looking at sells. So I suppose we're looking at the same thing. When we break the market down and we look for what we're actually waiting to be broken, we do have this 15-minute fair value gap, which I'm going to be looking to be inverted. You dot this out. This is the daily order block here. Actually, I think it's the 4 hour order block. No, yeah, that line is the daily order block here, as you can see that we're tapping into. Bought EU at 1.17. Fairs. I'm not really looking at buyers today, but fairs. Yeah, I'm looking at sells, bro. As I said, everyone double tap the screen, man. If you're watching on Tiki. We are trading above this fair value gap now. So yeah, GU for me, I'm not really going to be trading GU. As we look at EG, you can see EG is still trending pretty cleanly. I'm looking for sells from the order block, sweep of your EU order block. It's a resistance level. So you want to, oh, fair play. So you're still looking at sells, you just want that to sweep first, fairs. Yeah, right now we can see EG clearly trending down, which shows that the pound is getting stronger and that the euro is actually getting weaker. So if we want to sell, we should definitely be looking to sell EU rather than GU. I feel like we need to sweep a prior week high, then sells. Why is that, Mahi? Why is that, bro? To be fair, when you look at last week's price action, it didn't really do a lot at all, did it? Let's actually quickly mark out last week real quick. Right, yeah, so this is last week here. Didn't really do much. Kind of just trended down quite nicely. We are, I believe, at the prior week 50%. Bro, what the hell is DXY doing? Ruin my bias for the week. What do you mean, bro? But yeah, we are in the, in terms of the prior week range, we are, I think, in the premium now. You can see that right there. So we are in the prior week 50%. What causes the euro or the pound to fluctuate so much when one is stronger? Up until about 4 or 5 of them, it was clean. One was stronger than the other. Just like any other market, bro. It's just a trending market. Obviously, it moves the same as anything else, but the actual changes, of course, caused by fundamentals. And then it's just how it gets priced in, bro. That's why I don't really trade it. It's because it's not really priced in at a good point. It's not really priced in very well. There's not really clean price action like there is on EU-GU. Like you said, it's kind of just a little bit more random, whereas EU-GU has nice structure. But why is that your bias done? Market open crazy. It's been a trash month for me to trade, fairs. Fair enough, bro. Why is that? Why has it been a trash month to trade? For me, it's actually been pretty good so far. Hasn't really been the best month of the year, but it's still been decent. This daily order block we're trading in now. Let's just delete it, to be fair. Yeah, it's hard to see what GU is actually going to be reacting off of. I mean, we do have this order block here. This month has been bad for ALG. Yeah, it's been terrible for ALG, bro. Terrible for ALG. It's been good for DTO, though. That's the whole point of why we have two strats, bro. Either way, you're going to be able to get him. If you don't have any... If ALG's not playing, then you know that the DTO is going to play. Why's my pen so small? But yeah, GU's not really looking that tradable, to be honest. So that's the fair value gap I'm looking to be inverted, and then I'll be looking to hit it. The equivalent on DXY is here. The only thing we've really got to be aware of in this, I'll show you what we've really got to be aware of, is we also have a 15-minute fair value gap here. So this is like what would if we get stopped out, basically. You thinking AMD also ALG? Yeah, ALG, bro. That's what I'm going for. But yeah, the thing we've got to be aware of is, so there's obviously two legs really that's been made by this. So when we look at the DXY, what we're really waiting for is price to, if I show you it all on the screen, we're waiting for price to invert this fair value gap and then re-tap on it and start pushing higher. Now obviously we want it to push up to the Asia high, so I'll be aiming for this high up here, as I do want a reversal. However, it is kind of likely that what we do is we push up, invert this, re-tap on, fill this fair value gap and then come down. So it's probably one of those trades where it's going break even once we get into this fair value gap is not even a bad idea. Buys could be nice, yeah, defo, bro. Do you know 1FX? Yeah, bro. May I ask how you find all the blocks? Daniel Yakubi, 338 Howlands. Monday usually bad. Yeah, Monday's not great, so we are going to be waiting. This does look like a nice trade though. As I said though, once we actually break this and start coming into this fair value gap, I will probably go stop loss or break even. So if I show you what the trade is probably going to look like, this is what I'll probably be going for. Quite like the 10 pip stop. It's actually not as tight as it usually is with the ALG. And then I'll have my and I'll have that there. That's what I want to see essentially, chat. That's what I want to see. Are you in the trade? Not yet, bro. POC is in the 50%. Everyone on YouTube, boys, drop a like on the stream. I don't know if the view count's bugging. I think it's bugging because I see like 130, man, like a minute ago. Now it's on 89. But yeah, boys, everyone double tap the screen on TikTok. Your live has been discovered. It's a great chance to invite viewers to share your live with others. Say nothing. Let me invite everyone, bruv. You suffer with hay fever? A little bit, bro. Not badly. Yen basket would have been good, but yen has been so shit recently. Yeah, let's go on the yen real quick. There's not really much that can be said on the yen. We do have this really nice daily CRT. Yeah, we just got to kind of look at it in a different way, really. If we look at the yen on the daily time frame, we've got 3 key levels, in my opinion. We've got this low here, which is a historical, not really historical, but a few years ago, old low. Yeah, so we've got this low right here, which is our previous all-time low. And then after we sort of traded around this level, we then broke through and made a new low here, and then broke through that and made a new low here. So we got 3 lows really. This one, which we rejected off of. This one, which we just rejected off of again. And then this one, which we should now trade into after rejecting the 2 previous levels. If we look, we've also got this daily CRT here. You can see we swept this candle's high. We've got this low to trade into. So we should definitely be bearish till this candle's low, for sure. And then on the 4-hour time frame, in terms of structure, same thing really. You can see we've got this high, low, order block. So we're looking to go from the order block to the external low. So we've only really got a tiny little bit of that move left. Setting up viewer wishes is a great way to understand. What is viewer wishes? I'm trying to set up anything I can on TikTok to stop getting this one restriction I keep getting. But anyway, yeah, so I'm looking for sells down. You can see if we look a bit deeper, we got the, after selling off, we got the fair value gap, which was filled and then dropped. And then we got this lower time frame order block, price came into and then sold off. So again, we really are blatantly selling off. We're just like on the last little stages of that to actually reach this all-time low. Looking at the market, if we draw on the OTE, I'm going to be trying to enter along this order block here. If we draw on the OTE, I will be trying to enter off of this order block up here. So I'll wait for a price to tap into this and then looking to get into that. Question: why did you not get along from the 1-hour FEG and GU? I don't really look at 1-hour FEGs, bro. I don't really look at the 1 hour, to be honest. You're so beautiful, man. Do you watch anime? I don't watch anime, bro. Bro, tell me gold analysis. I'll get into gold in a sec, brother. Can you play some music? There is music on, bro. I just don't think you can hear it. I can turn it on if you man want to hear it. Is that better? I'll turn it down. There you go. Oh, there you go. I don't know if you can actually hear that on the stream. Let me know if you can hear that or if it's annoying, boys, or if I should turn it off. Question: why did you not long? Oh yeah. Do you know Tren FX? He's black. No way. Tren FX. Wait, Tren FX, really? Is this really a niche that needs filling? Are we fucking serious right now? Ten subscribers. Love you for the support. Love you all. You clearly don't love your 10 subscribers, do you? So why even fucking say you do? Alright, let's see how that translates to EJ, GJ, which are my preferred pairs that I actually trade when I'm looking at them. Okay, I was looking at price coming into that order block. Very close to coming into that order block, but then obviously didn't. Did tap into this breaker here. Thing is about EU, it's not really got anything on the higher time frame it's reacting off of. When I was looking at this last night, other than this fair value gap that we're just repeatedly tapping into, that's really all there is. But yeah, so we do have quite a bit to aim for in terms of the all-time high. It is, I think it's over 150 pips away. Yeah, okay, now about 100. So we've got a lot to aim for. Hello, Richesse. Are we recovering? Friday loss? Yes, bro, 100%. Hello. What in on our indicator? What is the RTH gap? It's the opening gap, brother. It's the opening gap. Two six, boys. 2-6. Yo, G, how you been finding the markets last couple of weeks? Definitely harder than usual. Definitely harder than usual. But in general, bro, I've been quite liking them, to be honest. Been quite liking them. Looking at Euro JPY though, again, we are just looking for continuation moves. Pretty simple continuation moves. Wait, 2 seconds, chat. Let me send a voice note real quick. Let me send a voice note. So yeah, EJ, I'd want to buy off of here. I'd want to buy off this gap here. Again, GJ is, as we said, a lot stronger, so we haven't really got as much to aim for on GJ. As you can see, GJ's high that we're aiming for is here, which is only really about... Appreciate the gift, brother. Which is only 30 pips off, DTO PDF. Let me drop you a follow, bro. Follow me back and I'll send you the PDF on that ASAP, bro. I have just dropped my new one-to-one mentorship as well, boys. Which I'm going to be maxing out at 30 spaces. So everyone, if you are trying to work with me one-to-one, boys, just drop me a message saying one-to-one. I can get you on my one-to-one mentorship. But yeah, G's only got about 30 pips to aim for, so it's definitely a lot harder. We have swept the Asia low though, so we should really have a look for setups to the Asia high. If you go on like the 5 minute, you'd really be looking to enter off of this order block here. To be honest though, EJ looks a bit nicer aligned to JPY. You can see the JPY has clearly had that move in Asia, that pullback, and then move in Asia again. Whereas EJ has clearly had that move in Asia, pullback, move in Asia again. The exact same thing. And G just hasn't had that really. It's just kind of consolidating. So I'd definitely say that right now, EJ makes more sense in order to look for buyers. I realise, why is there no DTOs on the screen? Did get that tap on the DTO right at the last minute, which is nice. Let me just put it on all the charts. And we are at the discount of the DTO on GJ as well right now. The yen basket DTO is here. Yeah, so it'd be really nice if we could actually tap on the DTO and then get that move. So that's basically what I'll be waiting for, boys. Repost the stream. Yeah, everyone drop a repost if you can, boys. Appreciate the rose, the Serble guy. Everyone repost the stream, lads. Well, Guanlu, what's your bias? Scartel Coleman. It's a crazy name, Scartel. I thought your name was Scarlet, and then no, it's actually Cartel. What you saying on UJ? Defo be looking for UJ buyers, Scarlet. Or Scartel. If you got your JPY longs this morning off DTO, would you have just entered straight off DTO, waited for confirmation of DTO? What, on Euro JPY? It sort of it's not just black and white, bro. It sort of depends what the market's doing. But on this, I probably most likely will wait for lower time frame. Main reason being, bro, is we're aiming for 100 pips, so there's not really any need to be stingy. We've got 120 pips to the upside, so if you have got to wait for a nice IFVG or a nice lower time frame shift, it's not going to completely ruin our trade. So why not just wait for that extra bit of confirmation? If it's good, if the trade moves up, it's going to happen anyway, so we may as well. Today, no USD pairs. I personally do think USD pairs could move, but yeah. We'll get into that in a sec. Let me put the detail on. To be fair, let me put it on. But yeah, boys. So I am looking personally for the market to invert this 15/5 minute IFVG or FVG, and then we're going to be hitting this hard. DTO nice and high up, so we may even get a premium entry on the, yeah, we will. So if we do get tapped in, we will be above the DTO, which will be lovely. Again, the level we're looking to go break even sits near the DTO as well, so definitely an important level. I will be going break even on this trade if it does come through. Okay, yeah, GU does look a little bit like it could be moving as well. Bearing in mind though, GU's a little bit, well, it's a lot shitter really, let's just be honest. Doesn't really have anything on the higher time frame. How do I book a call? Just wait in 2 secs, bro, and someone will drop a link in the chat to book a call, bro. Just copy and paste the link in your browser. And then you can book a call, bro. Someone will drop a link in the comments, market his ass. I think it's just a morning, bro, right now. I do still think we're going to get some decent entries. It is just Monday, and it is the morning, so I do still think there's going to be entries, boys. I think we just got to be a little bit patient and just wait for them to come through. And then I think we will get some good trades today. It is Monday as well, boys, so we do still have the whole entire week left to take trades, so nothing really too much. How much is your mentorship? My new one-to-one mentorship, bro, is $150 a month. But that's one-to-one mentorship. So you're working with me directly. You get one-to-one calls with me directly. You get a live stream every morning with me, or a call every morning with me, and then every afternoon. So you get a call at 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. You get a call at 12 to 1. And you also get one-to-one sessions with me personally. As well as over 100 videos, all breaking down the way I trade. So yeah, if you're actually looking for someone you can work with one-to-one who actually trades and trades live every day, actually shows my results, so you know it works, what I do works. And I definitely consider locking in on the one-to-one mentorship. Really, boys, I think it will take is probably 2-3 months. And you're going to be in a position to at least be very, very confident in the markets and the strategy you're trading. But yeah, give me 2 secs and someone will drop a link in the chat, boys. You're looking for shorts, yeah, bro. Can I say I'm that guy when I learnt trading with no mentorship? I'll be real, bro. Everyone really has mentorship in some capacity. Even if you're not actually paying for it, you're still learning off someone, really. You're still someone's student. I don't think it's nothing to be that proud of not having a mentorship, which means you're being tight, really, but fair play. Rather not trade unless we get a clear confirmation. No L Mondays. Fair enough, bro. Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. Is a 12 to 1 p.m. more like a recap, whereas the 6 to 8 is the market analysis for entry? Exactly that, bro. So at the start, we analyse what we're looking for in the London session, and the stream is after is just a recap of what we've seen and how you could have best approached the markets and any trades there would be. The reason we do that, boys, is because with us, there's like a really black and white, clear way we enter trades. It's very rules based. So first we have a higher time frame bias, which we have a step by step to find that. After we got that higher time frame bias, we then either enter the ALG trades or the DTO trades. So every day when you look at the market, boys, there will be at least one of these setups come through. Either ALG buy or sell or DTO buy or sell in the London session. There will always, I'd say 9 times out of 10, there will be one of these setups. Sometimes you get the day where it just dumps out of nowhere, but yeah, so that's why it's actually very useful, is because we can go over the actual specific strategies we've had and what we've seen. Just repeating your statement from last Monday, patience as always. Yeah, 100%, bro, 100%. You need patience in this market. Just takes longer to learn. Yeah, that's it, Gav. Literally, bro. I mean, yeah, watching YouTube videos, guesses, mentorship. Yeah, bro, I mean, even the shit you don't even think of, bro. Even if you're watching Bloomberg, you're at least getting taught in some capacity, aren't you? So it's just how far do you want to take that. But for someone to learn trading for myself as quick as I did with a proven strat is pretty impressive. What strat are you trading, bro? Just got to put in the extra work. It's not even extra work, bro. It's not even extra work. Just making it easier or not, bro. It's like, say you wanted to become a bricklayer, or say you wanted to become a plumber. Like, if you had two guys on sites that are like qualified plumbers, one of them's 21 years old and he went to college and got an apprenticeship and learnt off someone, and the other person's 30 years old and learned it off his own back. He can sit there and be like, yeah, look at me. I didn't need anyone to teach me, but at the end of the day, it took you 5 times as long. You could have been getting up in different ways. But each to their own, bro. I understand a lot of people's positions are actually quite tight for dough, so they've got to be really careful what they're able to spend it on, which is fair play. I think pre-London and post-London has really improved my trading. Appreciate that, bro. Nice to hear that, bro. Nice to hear that. What's your average win rate RR and monthly gain? Fucking hell. Bro wants all the answers. My average RR is about 1 to 3. My average win rate is about 50. Well, this year, I'd normally say 50%. This year it's between 50 and 60. But it's normally about, well, yeah, lower 50%. If not, just bang on 50. And then what was the last one you said? Oh, percent monthly gain. You really don't want to be too hard on the percent monthly gain, bro, because you can have 1 month that's break even, 1 month that loses, and then the next month makes 10%, and then your average completely changes. So it's not always about your strategy playing out every month. It's more just about over a long period of time. Does it gain results? Does it have alpha? But what we say is a good aim for monthly is about 4%. Reckon GJ's about to fly. Yeah, bro, for sure. I use high time frame PD arrays with my strat and basic liquidity sweeps. It's just a basic understanding of the market. It's sort of a trade you're using. It's sort of trade like you use in high time frame PD arrays, etc. Fair play, bro. Fair play. Fair play. 2 secs. Sorry, boys, 2 secs. Yeah, a lot of people I'm seeing on the YouTube chat are looking at EJ right now. Yeah, bro, I do like GJ. Yeah, 2 secs, boys. Just getting someone to come into this live as a mod so they can drop any links that you need. But yeah, boys, I'll drop a link in the chat just in a sec to book a call for those of you that was asking. What we planning today? I'm personally looking at EUGU shorts, but I do want to see that inversion first. That'll be our ALG strat. And then we're more looking at the DTO strat on EJ, which is more of just a typical continuation trade. Where we're looking for price to come into this and then continue higher. But yeah, a lot of you, man, I'm seeing a trade in EJ. Yeah, my bias was right, looking for longs on EG. But no effigy on the lower time frame of DTO, so it didn't end. Now, fair play, bro. Yeah, it's good. You did the right thing there for sure, bro. For sure. How many pairs do you trade? Actually, wait. Mod in here. Can you drop a comment so I can make you mod? I don't think you actually have mod roles. So some of your comments might not show up if you drop in like links and shit. Louis, my English not good. Me trade, you trade. Maze trade, everyone trade. Market boom, me profit take. Trump SL, me and Habibi go to buy. Life enjoy, adulting every day, drinking and praying. Bro, I'm not going to lie. You may not speak English, but you seem like you've got it all worked out. Adulting every day, drinking and praying. Hitting profit, market boom, everyone trade, me trade, you trade. Yeah, that sounds almost like peak male existence at this point. How many pairs do you trade? Please don't say DU as well, like that, with the U. I used to say that. I don't know why I used to say that as well. The U, you know the U is this, boys, for those of you that can't see that comment. U, like what you saying. Don't know why everyone says that. Like, when you're younger, you think somehow it makes you seem a bit harder if you if you say it differently, innit? I don't know what that is all about, but bro, please leave that in like 2017 or whatever. But I trade EUGU and then JPY pairs. So I don't really trade UJ that much. So to be honest, bro, I'd mainly say EUGU and then EJGJ. So my two majors that I mainly trade is the US dollar and then the JPY. So I'll look at the indexes on these two pairs. And then depending on which one looks nicer, I'll trade the euro and the pound. Oh, the euro and the pound against it. And then with that, I've got two strategies that I go for. One's a continuation, one's a reversal. So yeah, as I said, boys, everything that we sort of do is very broken down step by step. You're not really just left to your own devices. You've got a full-on thing you can look for. Been loving EJ ATM. Yeah, trust me, bro. EJ's been creaming. Bro, what's your view on AUD CAD? I'll check that AUD CAD in a sec, bro. Let me know what you're seeing on it, and then I'll get into it. We've just hit this order block here on GU. So GU's at the time where we should really look for it to move now. Imagine DXY is just not really slowing down. Yeah, DXY is low-key just giga dumping right now. Nothing to really be too annoyed at. At the end of the day, the 50% that we're looking at is here. So we just want to be really careful, boys, that we're not getting in too early, I'll be honest. Monday, even myself have been guilty on that, getting in too early on a Monday. Breaking my knob in half. It does happen to the best of us. Happens to the worst of us as well. So if it has happened to you, it doesn't necessarily mean you're the best of us. But it does happen to the best of us. Okay, we are in that discount now. So again, it's kind of important as well, chat, in these markets. You don't just see the market as dumping too much. Like, I know that candle obviously does look like crazy. This big candle here looks crazy, but if you look at the overall grand scheme of where we are in the market, we're not even really in the discount yet. We're just crossing into the discount. So just now we're getting optimal for buyers. So there's nothing really that concerns us. It's just all part of being patient. Bros living life. Never heard of that in my life. Heard of what, bro? Heard of what? But yeah, we're only just getting into the discount now. Into this daily order block. Right, yeah, we are in the daily. In terms of EU as well, we're going to mark on the daily as well, just to make it a bit more accurate. It does look like that 4 hours getting disrespected. Wait, let me make that count mod. Oh wow, holy mod. Okay, mate, so you actually do now have the ability to... none of your comments have come up, by the way, mate, so I don't know if you have dropped the link or something, but... Mod does now have access to invite and allow guests into the live, so I could look down and there's just someone that's just been sitting there for like 15 minutes. But yeah, we are not even in the discount on EU either, so... I think we've just got to stay nice and patient on this, boys. Yeah, the M basket's just dumping as well. We want the M basket to sort of retrace. We've got the CRT low pretty near to it. But yeah, we know what we're looking for, boys. So we're just going to be nice and secure on that. That's weird. Yeah, trust me, that comment come up. Maybe just drop our Instagram app, mate, so people can quickly DM you. But that's what we want to work out anyway. What's actually the best way to just boom, boom, boom. You don't think LG today? I do think LG. Well, that's what I'm waiting for, bro. If it doesn't come through, it doesn't come through. But that is basically what I'm looking for. 42 man in. Everyone double tap the screen, boys. Let's break the all-time world record TikTok live viewer count today. Let's get 4.9 million people in this live. Everyone double tap the screen. Play your part. If I get 4.9 million people in this live, I don't even know what I can offer because it's just not going to happen. But yeah, no, real talk, boys. Let's get 100 man in this live. Let's pop off this live. If you are watching on YouTube, boys, come over to the TikTok as well. Say yo. I'm thinking inversion on GU since it seems weaker. Yeah, that's very true, bro. That's very true. It does seem weaker, but in reality, we know it's not. If we look at EG, you can see this is EG really since sort of the start of the month, really. So this is the monthly price action on EG right here. And what you can notice about it is clearly trending downwards. But yeah, we can see that EG is clearly bearish, which shows that the pound is obviously getting stronger than the euro. So the euro is moving down and the pound's moving up. So really, GU is a lot stronger than EU. So I know it does seem the opposite way, but that's not actually the case when we look at EG. You short to buy? Yeah, I'm looking at shorts, bro. Yeah, that's our Insta right there, boys. If you want to quickly screenshot that and send it a DM if you are looking to jump on a call. I think we're trying to drop links in for you to book a call, but it's just not really letting us, boys. So, yeah, just send me a DM real quick on there, and I've got someone on the DMs right now that can reply to you, get you situated. I'm looking for EU buyers once this 4 hour closes. Fair play, bro. We've got 5 minutes left of the close, so that should really come through soon. I'm looking at the same thing on DXY. Nice, bro. Love that. I'm seeing this market as well. I stopped trading Mondays. Don't blame you, Harvey. This year they have not been the best at all. They have not been the best. But that's the thing though, boys. A lot of the time as well, you can get tricked into thinking the day's not the best. Like, I used to do that a lot of the time. I used to not trade Fridays for ages because it was probably like a 6-month streak where I just got cooked on Fridays or just didn't do well on Fridays. So you just assume that, oh, it must be Friday. But that doesn't have to be the reason. It could just be bad trades, or it could be your psychology on a Friday. Or it could be a number of different things. It could just be unlucky. And then since I started retrading Fridays again, they've been really nice. So Monday's one of those things. Just because you take like 3 or 4 L's on a row on a Monday, don't just assume that it has to be Monday's fault, the actual Monday price action. It could just be your psychology. What are you waiting for an entry? For an IFEG, brother. IFEG. So we've actually made another leg higher. So at this point, I will be looking for market structure shift, because that will obviously come before we get the IFEG. See, I'm looking for a market structure shift now. GU, I'm still looking at this inversion. The XY again, yeah, I'm looking at a market structure shift right now. Let me quickly share the live to some people, boys. Let me quickly share this live up. You should be able to share it to all your followers, really, innit? I don't know why you can't actually do that. Let me share this live to a bag of people. Bro, it sometimes just comes up with people that... Like, why is it suggesting I share it to Danny Boy, like he's actually going to come into the live? Just sharing this live out, boys, to everyone. You on sales or buys on EU? Sales, brother. Everyone share the live if you can, boys. It does mad help out. How much RR do you average a month? A good target is about 4 or 5%, bro. If you do want to up that a few points, you could aim for maybe in the region of, maybe in the region of, what's a good number? Two numbers that are sort of near 4 and 5, but just a little bit more than 4 or 5. I'm trying to think. Does anyone have any ideas what number we could aim for? Maybe between, maybe about, maybe, trying to think of a good number. Maybe, maybe 6 to 7%. Maybe 6-7%. Had to do it before one of you did, so hold that. But yeah, no, in all seriousness, bro, about 4%. It's not about how much money you have. Sorry, it's not about how much money you make. It's about how much money you have. It's all about building up the funding. You can never really make that much. Well, one person loved that video. Loved that joke. Rupert Tucker spamming 6-7. How does 4 to 5 pass an eval though? Do you risk more on an evals? Exactly that, bro. Exactly that. Louis, are you circumcised? Bro, you've asked me this question so many times. No, bro, I'm not. How many times have I got to answer you for you to actually stop asking? Yeah, 2.5 to 5%. Yeah, exactly, bro. That's the thing. You're actually never going to be able to make much more than 4 to 5%. The only way you can is by increasing risk, which is what you want to do on evaluations. But when you're on your live accounts, boys, you don't actually really want to do that. You want to focus on just having more money there. If you've got a 100k account and you're making 4%, brilliant, that's 4k. There's no point trying to make 8% to make 8k. You may as well just get another 100k account, and then that 4% is worth 8k. So it's not about how much money you're making, it's about how much money you have. It's the main thing. The Muffin Man. I keep getting into Snap group chats with you. Titles, are you circumcised? That's clearly you adding me and then removing me, isn't it? Or you adding me. You adding me, removing all your friends and then removing yourself. And it's just me in a group chat on my own called Are You Circumcised? I think the least I would aim for in a trade is 1 to 3. Wouldn't take if lower. Yeah, 1 to 2 is the minimum for me, bro. You still get a lot of bangers, 1 to 2. But yeah, boys, as I said, that one-to-one mentorship is now live. It is maxing out at 30 people. So if you are trying to lock in, boys, the best place. You can actually work with me one-to-one now. I know a lot of people have been asking to work with me one-to-one. Previously, obviously, my one-to-one prices were like 1,500 quid a month. As I didn't really have a proper way for it. I was more just taking people on who wanted to work with me. But now, as you can see, you can work for me for 150 a month. And that is with one-to-one calls with me. That is with 2 live streams a day. One pre-London, one post-London. One-to-one calls where I specifically sit down there with just you. Not group one-to-ones, actual one-to-ones. So I can teach you personally. That comes with all my videos as well. And we are maxing it out at 30 people, boys. So if you are trying to lock in with that, make sure you you drop a text in the chat or something so someone can contact you. Or just join the Discord, boys, and I'll drop a link in there for it. If you are part of my old mentoring group, or not my old mentoring group, but the group mentoring group, should we call it, the original mentoring, then you will get 50% off your first month as well. So it's basically be the same price as your old one. Okay, the M basket's having a tiny little push up now. It's really interesting recently. The JPYs have been really sort of disrespected in terms of the yen. You can see UJ's looks nothing like EJ, which looks nothing really like GJ. So the yen isn't really having that much precedent over the currencies right now. It is still a good idea, obviously, to just assume that yen basket's going down and to just look for buys on EJ, GJ, which is what we're doing. But you can see they are kind of moving based on their own accord right now. Almost just lost my brain cells watching DHAR, man. Wait, what? What's that? GJ's been beautiful easily. Yeah, man. Hi, bro. I joined late. Where'd you see EU going? For me, bearish, bro. I definitely see us moving bearish. For sure. Bro, does my bashing addiction affect my trading? Probably not, bro. I'll be honest. I mean, this isn't the Jeremy Kyle show, so I'm not going to sit here and tell you to stop with your addiction. I'm just saying, no, it's not going to affect your... It's not going to affect the point at hand, which is trading. So, if it doesn't affect trading, in my eyes, you can do genuinely whatever you want. You thinking EU or GU shorts or fail G? Exactly, bro. I'm more hoping for EU. DHR, man. Who's Dar, man? Who on earth is that? Who in the living... I'm not even going to take that any further. ChatGPT said masturbation is healthy and doesn't really affect my trading. Hang on, that's not even the guy that asked the question. That's another guy. How many people in here do have, as you've put it, bashing addictions? Put one in the chat if that includes you. Seriously, what is wrong with the people that watch these fucking lives? Seriously, what kind of community have I harboured? Facts, bro. 2 to 3% a week if you're fully funded is no joke. Pfft, not a joke at all. Not a joke. You're doing 2 to 3% a month. I mean, a week. You're absolutely creaming. Bro, asked ChatGPT about masturbation. Trust me. Wow. Wow. Simon, fair enough. Most people in this chat are probably around 20. You're about the age of 40. So the fact you've actually not been able to kick that addiction to baiting is actually pretty concerning. Also, bearing in mind you've probably had wives. Plural. I can imagine you're a bit of a playboy. Not in a gay way either. I'm joking, bro. Definitely not joking, but it's fine. I won't judge you for it. Daniel, heavily feeling that as well. I do only when you have a cap on, Lou. Well, fuck, thank God I'm not wearing a cap today then, I suppose. Wolf of Wall Street suggests about 10 times a day. I don't think 10 times. I think that's a bit overkill. But yeah, they definitely some reason reckon it's good for trading. Not really quite sure how they've worked that out. Well, not trading, just... I'm not even going to say the word. Just blatantly ripping people off, essentially. Chris Pickles, welcome. Wizzle Trades, welcome. Do you not think higher time frame, long term bullish? Also, we have reacted off the 4-hour POY, meaning I cut. Higher time frame bullish. The main thing I'm seeing, bro, on the DXY is on the monthlies. Key of what I'm seeing is on the monthly. If we look on the higher time frame, so let me break down the DXY from fresh so you can see what I actually look for and why I was actually looking for what I wanted. So if we look on the monthly. Just going to do a tiny bit of analysis, right? We're not going to do anything crazy on the monthly because there's not really too much point. But we're just looking at what we most recently mitigated. And this has really been the levels I've been looking at for over a year now. You can see this was first mitigated at the start of 2025. So we have had a good gauge on the monthly for a while. And boys, I cannot state to you how much it's going to benefit your trading looking at the monthly time frame. Not every day, but just like once every few weeks. Looking at the monthly, having a direction, I promise you now, it'll make you so much more confident when executing your trades. So much more confident. But you can see we came from this internal liquidity, this order block here. So we filled this fair value gap, tapped into this order block, and then had a sell-off, right? Sell-off was to this external low. So we then took this external low. Right, so we've got from internal to external. And then after that, we move from external to internal, right? So we basically want price to push up essentially to a POI within this, ideally in the top 50%. So I'm just going to mark on the 50%, that's it. That's all I'm going to mark on as a target. So glad I caught them shorts on GJ before the move up. Yeah, nice, bro. Fucking difficult to catch shorts on GJ, I'm not going to lie, but fairs. So yeah, this is basically on the monthly what I'm really seeing. We've got a order block fill. We sold off to the external low, which is this first distribution we've completed. Price proved to us with this consolidation we don't really want to move down too soon, and rather we're going to have a retracement, at least ideally to the 50%. So this is the main target. And then if we look at the monthly a little bit more, we can actually start to look at what we're seeing, and we can see we've taken out that monthly low. So we've got this monthly high to trade into. Now let's look on the weekly. And we can see now, if we actually break down that area. So for a start, we had this sweep of lows, as you can see. Sweep of lows, and then a change of character, right? So we had an old high, broke the low. After we broke the low, you can see we actually came back above this. So therefore, we are nicely bullish. So yeah, you can see clearly here on the monthly time frame, not only on the macro outlook in terms of looking at where price should travel to, we should trade to at least 50% of this range. Also, looking at the last few months, you can see we swept the prior month low, so we clearly are bullish. And then if you look at the actual range from here to here, we've got our order block here. So you can see on the weekly time frame, we tapped into the weekly order block there. And then if we go into the daily, you can now actually see a decent little outlook of what's going on. So you can see we've got a sweep of those higher time frame lows here, those macro lows. We then got the monthly candle start to print bullish, make this bullish range, as you can see. We've had a retracement. That retracement has now swept the prior month low, came into the weekly order block, so I'm pretty confident on buys. And that's how I get quite confident on the higher time frame, is just by actually looking in depthly at the market on the monthly. So I've actually got a macro outlook of what's going on. And then obviously in terms of the entry, it's just about finding a decent point. So you just want to get into the discount ideally. So you mark out the discount, premium and discount, go on the daily. Any levels in the discount that look nice. For me, we've got this order block here. So we're going to mark on this OB. And that's going to be what I'm looking to buy off of essentially. And yeah, that's basically how I'd analyse DXY from a macro perspective. And when we're looking at it on a lower time frame now, we just want something in this leg essentially to be disrespected. So it depends what sort of trader you are and what you're waiting to be broken. We are London traders and we trade, sweet nags. Yeah, we are London traders and we trade the lower time frame. So we are obviously looking for something here to be broken, and then we're going to be looking to buy up until this Asia high. But alternatively, if you are sort of more of a swing trader, you can wait for this high to be broken, and then price to just continue after that up to the next sort of external high here. So there's multiple ways you can approach this market. Obviously, we are taking a higher time frame outlook, so I'm pretty confident that we're looking for buys. Market's not shown that since it's open, but we've got our levels to wait for. So that's all we're going to do, man. We're just going to wait for those levels to be hit. It's as simple as that, man. Simple as that. What's your analysis on gold? Yeah, let me look at gold, actually. Okay, let's do a top down on gold. Let's actually do a top down on gold. To remove every drawing we got. Let's start on the higher time frame and go all the way to the lower. So first of all, let's mark on the points that are important to us. In my opinion, this is the current trading range. Is from this big candle here. This was the last distribution candle, so this is what we're really going to react off of. Welcome to the live trades. So glad I caught them shorts on GJ before that move up. Oh yeah, I read that already. Cheers, bro. Helps a lot. Usually just use the hour 4 and daily. Yeah, bro. Blue makes analysis look easy. Appreciate you, bro. As I said, if you don't want to get into my one-to-one analysis, and my one-to-one mentorship, this is what we'll be doing on our one-to-one call every single time. I'll be going through the markets on a monthly outlook and breaking down exactly how I break it down on a monthly, all the way down to the 4 hour, and then actually look for trade. So you're going to see my exact lens on every market to see exactly what I'm looking for. So yeah, we swept that low there, as you can see. But yeah, so this is the real range that I'm looking at on gold. These are the important levels I'm really considering. So I do personally think that we have a bullish outlook. Main reasons being is, so we've swept this low, which is a pretty big retracement. If you actually look at it, we did retrace 26%, which is quite a lot considering gold as an asset. But yeah, that's the last thing I saw really was this sweep. So this is really what's making me bullish, is the fact that we swept this so clearly. And then if we actually look at it, what is this high here? Did this actually get swept or not? Sort of did, sort of didn't. Alright. And yeah, on the weekly, then we obviously have the weekly CRT as well. And also a lot of people's high time frame targets, such as like Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan, all their targets are really up here. All their targets are higher. I couldn't tell you where exactly they are. I'd have to double check. But all of the main institutions' targets are higher. So I definitely want price to continue higher in line with that for sure. So yeah, that's my main target. Then we go down into the daily. Actually look a bit more what's going on. So there's the sweep of the weekly low. That's the high to trade into. Most recently you can see filled this fair value gap and then moved higher. Wasn't really a convincing break. So we had this clear leg here from this low to this, wait a minute, from this low. So we had, break it down, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high. But you can see that trend is sort of slowing down the higher we get up. So when we break it down, personally I'm looking for this order block to get filled. You can see it was the last order block that actually completed an objective, which is a key for finding good order blocks. We tapped into that 4-hour order block. So at this point I would really see this here as sort of internal structure to be swept, this low. But either way, basically what I'm looking at is a buy from this order block. So essentially something similar to this and that. So basically something like that. Or we'll be obviously on the lower trying to find a better entry, and you could even aim for a little bit higher. But yeah, that's basically what I'd look for on gold. If we're breaking it down onto the lower, I don't think there's that much you can really break down on the lower, to be honest. You could really look for buys after a fill of this fair value gap. But even if you do that, boys, I would look to have a pretty safe stop loss. So I wouldn't be looking to go like that, then like that. I wouldn't be looking for a trade that tight. I would definitely look to have my stop loss just below this. And then obviously just a slightly higher target. You don't got to aim for the whole range, but even just the top of that or something. That's what I'll be looking at on gold. Right, EU slowing down a little bit. Not too much though. Yeah, DXY, same thing. Slowing down a little bit. There's going to be a lot of fear from buyers, so that's what we want. We don't want a lot of people to be scared, and that's when we're confident and we lock in and we take the trade. Everyone double tap the screen if you're watching on TikTok, boys. Everyone double tap the screen, boys. We should be allowed on the FYP right now, so everyone double tap the screen. Everyone double tap the screen. Let's get some more man in there. I'm bearish on gold, AI slowing down, war potentially coming to an end. Also, we're in a 4-hour distribution. This is my outlook on it. I wouldn't really say the war's potentially coming to an end, bro. I wouldn't really say that. If we look at the DXY recently, we have been pushing up. So we obviously did have that dump, but we are really... I know we're trading up here at the war times. We've had the dump, and now we're sort of pushing up from that. So I think the war's far from over. Far from over. This is not over. This is not over. So yeah, man, I would still be looking at... I mean, you was talking about gold anyway, but... TikTok, what we saying? Comments have gone bare quiet, boys. What we saying? What we saying? What we saying? I just dropped in the YouTube chat, boys. If you are trying to get in the one-to-one mentorship, there's a link right there, boys. There's a link there to get in the one-to-one mentorship. If you are trying to get him. Appreciate the like, Phil. Appreciate you, brother. I'm short-term gold and I'm short-term gold short until 43 to 44. I said it last week, but I do think gold is going to 8k plus within the next few years. I mean, 8k is crazy. Four three four four. Why do you want gold to go to there, bro? That's pretty low down. That's like a... It's like a 10% dip, so that is a very, very significant dip. Bear in mind, for those type of movements, it will be something big fundamentally. What we saying about EU? I'm personally looking for sells on it, bro, if we can. I'll get into that again in a sec. What we saying about EU? Yeah, I'll show you EU in a sec, brother. If you're watching on TikTok, boys, everyone double tap the screen, man. Let's get 100 man in this live real quick. I want to try and pop this TikTok off again. Yeah, I mean, you could see gold come down to that, but all I'm looking at is all the institutions are aiming for higher gold prices for the year close. They all think that gold is going to close somewhere up here. So I would obviously much rather go with the institutions rather than just my own or other people's analysis, essentially. But right now, so we're seeing EU start to come down a bit, man. It's exactly what we want. I'll be real, chat, this 15-minute... I don't really trust it, so I'm going to be looking for more than just an inversion of this, but we'll see if we do get the inversion regardless. And again, we've got this 15-minute imbalance here, which I'm going to mark out so you lot can see. And this is basically what we're just looking at getting disrespected first and foremost. But yeah, on EU, as you can see, in the daily time frame, starting from the higher, my main reason for sells is we've got a sweep of the monthly high. Monthly low to trade into. We've also got this weekly order block which we tapped into in line with the trend. We've just broken these lows. So yeah, I do think on a higher time frame perspective, based on this order block and the monthly, we are going to be trading down. We already see prices traded down to some degree. So I just want price to have a pullback as we've had and now continue with that selling. This blue box you see here is this, I don't know why it made it so small, is this daily order block here. Okay, nice, we're getting a bit of movement now. I thought you don't go BE. Only at certain times, bro. Normally I don't, but this is one of those trades where we could massively continue higher, so. We have another FVG that's looking like it could be inversed. Yeah, bro. Nice, man. But yeah, that's what I'm looking at on EU. Yeah, Cole, I reckon institutions will want to push lower, like you said, to get a better price for buyers. But I think this will be much bigger time frame push up. Yeah, for real, bro. 100%. What was that candle? It looks like the Burj Khalifa. Yeah, facts. Bro, why would they name the Burj Khalifa after Mia Khalifa as well? Like, I know she's kind of famous and that, but why would you name a building after her? How to fix psychology? -4% today on bad entries. Not even my setup. You just got to have a trading plan, bro. Again, I'd massively recommend getting into the one-to-one mentorship, bro, so I can have a call with you, 2 calls a day, to make sure you know exactly what we're looking for and what we're sticking to. Before the market, think about this, Baddie. His name's Baddie, by the way. I'm not calling him Baddie. That was crazy. But think about this, bro. Every single day, before you start trading, you'll have a call for an hour with me personally. I'm going to be breaking down what I'm looking for. But not just what I'm looking for, what the goals are today, what we shouldn't be doing. We shouldn't be taking stupid trades on stupid pairs. What pairs actually look nice, what pairs are tradable, what the trend is, what are the reasonable trades to be looking at, considering and taking today. You're going to have that every day before the market. Then post-market, I'm going to look back at what trade you did take and what trades I took. and how you can do it differently, or what you did wrong, what you did right. And you're just not going to have days like that, Badinza. Your name's Bear hard to read, I can't lie. But you're just not going to have days like that. Because we're actually going to be going through. And trust me, bro, if you... I guarantee you will never have a day again where you lose 4%. If you get in our one-to-one mentorship, I guarantee it. It just won't happen. I'll jump on that call after with you and, bro, just absolutely tear into you and say, bro, what you've done there, there's no other way to put it. It's just I'm not even going to say it because it's going to get me taken down on TikTok, but it's just blatantly wrong. It's just wrong. It's just stupid and wrong. So you just shouldn't be doing it, bro. And they're the type of things that when we jump on a call every day, 2 calls every day, you're going to sort of understand that. And as I said, we are going to do one-to-one sessions on top of that, where we can actually go through your entries and break them down specifically what you're doing wrong, or maybe your higher time frames wrong, or what it may be. But you in any today? Not right now, bro. I'm looking for EU sales though, potentially. Looks like we are about to invert this. I do want a structure shift though, because reason being, you got to be careful with these fair value gaps, because sometimes they print, but they don't show the whole picture. So it printing here basically says that this bit here is the main distribution. But if we turn down on the 5 minute, you can see it's really not the case. The main distribution, I'd say, is probably this candle here. So this is the main candle we actually want to see. So I'm still waiting for the market structure shift. Bear in mind, this is a reversal into a higher time frame trend. So we can aim for quite a lot here. So we don't need to be tight in terms of our stops and stuff like that. Yo, bro, what's up? What you saying, Henry? I'm in buys. Fair play. Where are you targeting, bro? I'm looking at it separately, but I'll get in sales right now too early. And mate, for me, it's a little bit too early for my confirmation, but if you want to get in, bro, get in. Richesse, go. Trust me, Jed. Are you in there, Jed, already, bro? London session was expansion to the upside on EU. Won't New York session be some sort of consolidation? Not necessarily, bro. Not necessarily, but I mean, yeah, there's 2 main. Again, this is sort of within our mentorship which we teach, but there's 2 schematics what it can be: XAMD or AMDX. So a lot of you probably don't even know what this is, but again, it's going to break down the day into 4 quarters. The day is going to be broken down into 4 quarters. The week's going to be broken down into 4 quarters, and the month is going to be broken down into 4 quarters. So you can break down everything into 4 quarters, and these quarters will then follow either AMDX or XAMD. So you basically know every quarter, every day, every week, every session, what you should expect. Should it be accumulation, manipulation, distribution, or continuation? And obviously, once you get the first one, you know what the next one's going to be. So I can look at Q1, quarter 1 of the week, for example, Monday, and say that Monday was an accumulation. That means Tuesday will be manipulation, Wednesday we can expect distribution, and Thursday we can expect a continuation. So those are just like small little things that we do that are just going to push you over that edge of profitability if you are really trying to lock in. As I said, boys, I'll drop in a chat to my school right now so you can get in that one-to-one mentorship if you want. I'm in buyers. Yeah, where are you targeting, bro, for buyers? I have a plan, man. Plan is working. I follow it sometimes. I know trends and everything, but I sabotage it with losing trades or closing profit early, entering instantly after loss. Yeah, that's not a trading plan, bro. You clearly, if you're revenge trading, then your trading plan's not as detailed as it really should be. I'll just be honest with you. That just is the case. Any other pairs you lot are looking at, boys, just let me know, man. Yeah, great week in the signals last week as well, boys. Beautiful, beautiful week. Cleaning 9% in the signals. It was creamy. Creamy Guinea. I've learned to just put stop loss at break even when I'm in a good amount of pips clear, and that way I manage my losses. Yeah, there's a difference between doing it as an insurance thing and doing it out of fear. Like, yeah, that's the main thing. I mean, like I said, boys, for this trade, main reason why I'll be looking to go stop loss at break even is essentially this, right? I'll show you why. So say we've got a leg down like this, right? And within that leg down, we've got fair value gaps. So we've got 2 fair value gaps, right? We've got one here Actually, wait, let me draw it out a little bit more neater so you can actually see what I'm talking about. So let's say you've got this sort of accumulation, you get the sell-off, right? And that's what you're looking at right now. But what we have, and this is what we're looking at now, is we've got multiple fair value gaps. We've got one here, then we also have one here as well. So what we're looking for is this fair value gap to be disrespected, re-tap onto it, and then buy up. What we may do, we may reverse this fair value gap only to push up to the premium one and then get a sell-off. Right, so that's why once we actually get into this order block, this fair value gap here, I've moved my stop loss at break even. So regardless, if we want to reverse, I'm out of break even. If we want to continue, then I'm out and I've hit TP. So that's essentially why I'd go break even on this one. It's not out of fear and bottling it. It's purely out of just actual logic. And that's what we've got here. You can see we've got fair value gap here and also a fair value gap here. So we may invert this one to give us an entry. But once we get into this one, we may actually reverse. Or, again, we may not. So, fuck me. Whoa. So hopefully that makes sense. How much is your signals group? Our signal group is pretty expensive, bro, because we actually get results. So we only want people in there that are actually basically passing accounts. You can see if I just showed you what we did last month. And the thing is, bro, is if we made it like £50 a month, we'd have way too many people in there and everyone will be taking them trades on funded accounts and everyone on their funded will be getting the same exact trade. So I can show you these are the trades. So this was Thursday. So you've got that winner there in the signals. Next trade was this one, which hit SL. So this one hit SL. This one won. This one won as well. And then this one won as well for 5%. And then also we had this one that won as well. So we had 4 winners, 1 losers last week, and we was up, yeah, about 9%, which is crazy. I can vouch the trade's been hitting off the lives alone. Need to join a group. Facts, bro. I'll tell you what, boys. In the comments, see that Richesse account there? That Richesse account is it's Mace on there, basically my mod or who we run the group with, who I run the group with. So, boys, he's gonna follow you if you comment on right now 50% off. He's going to follow you, follow him back, and then he can DM you a 50% off code and get you situated. He can, he's trying to drop the WhatsApp. We basically, boys, we've got a WhatsApp, so you can just text the WhatsApp and quickly get in touch with us in the easiest way. But it's not letting him drop it in the chat. So if you are trying to get involved, boys, just comment. He's going to follow you, and then follow him back so he can DM you the WhatsApp, man. Probably the easiest way. What are you saying, Kieran? What are you saying, F? Yeah, I think F has dropped a comment. But yeah, boys, everyone double tap the screen, man. Let's get 50 man in this live real quick. We've got that inversion, boys. Who's getting in? Who's getting in after this inversion then? So, obviously, your first entry, this is a very high-risk position. But your first actual entry would be after this inversion. And it would be this right here. It's a very risky trade. Reason being, as I said, when we go on the 5 minute, it does look like we could just be filling this fair value gap and going higher. So you've got to be careful with these IFVGs that you do actually look into context of them. As I said, I'm not going to be getting into this trade right now. I want the confirmation of this low actually being broken. Once that low's broken, I'm going to look for a pullback, entry, and we're going to catch an absolute banger today, boys. I can already feel it. I can feel it in my fingers. I can feel it in my toes. What's the next bar? Scammer. Fair play, bro. If that's what you think, brother, that's what you think. Again, bro, there's nothing we can really scam on. All we really do, bro, is we come live, and this is... And again, this is the difference between us and so many other traders. Boys, I do this shit. I enjoy doing this shit. All I do is come live and do something I enjoy. Like, this is like gaming for me, bro. If I was into, like, fucking gaming and sitting here playing Call of Duty Zombies... and doing classes on how to get better at zombies. No one would really care. This is just something I like to do. I found a way to make money off it, so I come live and do it. I enjoy talking with people that are also looking to trade as well. It's just a subject I find interesting. I think a lot of you do as well. So that's just the community we have over here, man. There's obviously, like, we go live every day, man. We're streamers, so we do have mentorship if you're looking to get involved, or signals if you're looking to get involved. But even if you don't, we're still going to be live every day, bro. So this is something I actually enjoy to do. And I've been doing this for years, bro. You can already tell. If I wanted to just make money off people and dip, then I would have dipped a long time ago, bro. Love is all around us. Trust me, bro. Do you trade on live? Yes, sir. How many pips is this? I haven't taken this trade, boys. This is not something I'm getting in on. This would be the first entry, but it's a lot more risky, man. It's a lot more risky. Don't you think we're going to go a bit higher before we come down? I don't think we need to go any higher, bro. I just think if the dollar has got too much momentum. So we're waiting for confirmation. If we look on the higher time frame, in my opinion, we are nice and bearish. We've swept the monthly high. Came into the weekly order block. So the trend currently, in my opinion, on the higher time frame is bearish. So all we should really do is wait for a nice premium point and then get in sells. Nothing really too complicated. The reason why a lot of people struggle with doing that is they tend to just chase. So when they see a big candle like this, that is when they decide to buy. And by the time they get in buys, it's too late. So don't be afraid of these big blue candles. You can still sell off the back of them as long as you're actually looking at a higher time frame perspective. As I said, our higher time frame perspective is we've got this weekly order block. As you can see there. If I draw it out a little bit, you might be able to see it clearer. Got this weekly order block and these monthly highs that have been swept. Let me know when you're going to enter. Crazy. Let me know when you enter, bro. Just stay in the live. What do you want me to do? Just send like a messenger around to your house or something. I agree with that, but your current stop is going to get taken. I'm looking for sales once New York sells. Yeah, bro. I mean, you shouldn't really speak like that, man. It does just show a little bit of ignorance. Like, no one knows what the market's going to do. You'll never, ever hear me saying, trust me, bro, I've been in these markets for years. I may look about 16, but I ain't. And I've been trading full time now for 3 to 4 years. And one thing is you never know what the market's going to do. I will never, ever say on live, the market's defo going down from here or the market's defo going higher from here. You never hear me say that. You'll never actually know. So if whenever you're sitting there and saying, oh, it's going to take your stop loss or, oh, this isn't going to hit, just think you're being, I'm not even saying it in a bad way, but it's just a little bit ignorant of a thing to say because no one truly knows. No one truly knows. How do you deal with tax, bro, in the UK? There's two ways to do it, bro. I'd say the easiest way for you is just go for a limited company. And that way, any money you make from prop firms can go through that, as well as personal profits can go through that. And then you can just get an accountant for quite cheap to sort out all your tax. The good thing about that is you then have a bit of leeway of what you want to do with it. For example, if you want to buy a car for business, it might be hard depending on what your business is. But you can buy like laptops, set up, an office, multiple things. Are you entering from there? I'm personally not entering here, but I want more confirmation. It's a false move down. The double highs that EU has created with those wicks. Double highs. Yeah, again, I think you're lacking a little bit of context, but that's fine, bro. We'll agree to disagree on this one. 16 Specsavers and Trump knows. Are you leaning bullish? I'm leaning bearish, bro. Bro, you're zoomed too far out. That's what you think, bro. Fair play. Again, the way I've been trading full time now for about 3 to 4 years. So the outlook that I personally take works for me. But again, yours may be completely and utterly different and it works for you. So can just agree to disagree on this one, bro. But again, I think it's definitely important to go with the higher time frame trend. If not, you're going to be too reactive on the lower time frame. That's something I've learned. And again, I'm not saying this to be like, oh, I'm amazing. Like, I just made the same mistakes. I've probably just been doing it for a bit longer. But a big thing about the lower time frame that I used to do is if I'd see a big candle like this on the 15 minute, for example, or on like the 30 minute, I'd assume we're bullish. Right, if I saw a candle like this, I'd assume that we are just bullish. But what you need to really do is zoom out so you're not reactive. And you can actually see the context of as to why it's moving. Because what the market's going to do a hell of a lot of the time, bro, is if we are looking to sell off, we're going to push off into that POI very quickly so that all the retail traders are actually scared to enter, or they're either going to enter long, or they're going to be scared to enter shorts. And then obviously the market's going to dump. So momentum's difficult. It's a difficult one. But yeah, fair enough. If you've got a different outlook, that's absolutely fine, brother. What's your Telegram? I don't have Telegram, bro. I've only got Discord, man, and Discord's in my bio, bro. Higher time frame is the most important to not take trades against the trend. Facts. You don't come on just to trade. You like GO2. Yeah, we do play games on it sometimes. I play GeoGuessr if anyone knows what that is. I've got the same bias, bro. DXY on a higher time frame, especially on the 4 hour looking bullish. Yeah, for sure, bro. It's just been a quite violently bearish this morning for the DXY, which is what a lot of people are sort of getting FOMO for. I wouldn't really worry about that, boys. Again, the 15-minute and stuff is kind of irrelevant. What is relevant is what it's actually moving to. That's why the biggest part of our higher time frame is we always have it, and people that watch my lives every day can vouch for this. We always make sure we mark on what we trade in against and what we trade in to. So, for example, right, if we've got like a range like this, we'll always say what we trade in from and what we trade in to. So, for example, we'll say we're trading from our external liquidity because we just had a break of structure, and we're trading to our internal liquidity, for example, an imbalance. So now that means, because what a lot of people mistake they make, they look at the market and say, cool, it's bullish. But what are we coming from and to? We've just taken external, we're going to our internal. So rather than just blindly looking for buyers, you should look for sells into your buy POI essentially. So the trend is important, but what's even more important is what are we going from and what are we going to. And once we're down here, we're going from this to this high, and then you catch it in that direction. So yeah, that's just how I sort of see the market. Let's see Lou Cook on this trade. Come on, bro. Still waiting for confirmations to personally execute myself, bro. This is a buy, mate. Fair play if that's what you think, bro. I personally disagree. I've got the same bias, bro. Fair play. You know, I agree completely with you. I'm just saying it's the exact that exact stop loss is bad, bro. Again, we'd have to agree to disagree, brother. This is how my exact strategy is. Where my stop loss placement is. It's always the same. Doesn't make sense to have it any higher. If I was to have it any higher, then I wouldn't take the trade. So it's one of those. My stop loss goes hand in hand with my entry. If I look to get in sells here, it's a reversal trade. So why would I have my stop loss any tighter? Essentially is what I look to do. But if I missed any comments, boys, put them in again. Why do you think sell, brother? Based on a higher time frame, bro. Fair value and seeking liquidity, yeah. What do you mean, bro? You King Matt. Wait, what? What do you mean, bro? What's GU, Sam? Yeah, GU you can see is currently trading within it. So we'll see. We've got 3 minutes left of that. We'll see if we get an inversion of this. Are we in? I'm not in yet, bro. I'm not in personally. Again, I'm waiting for more confirmation. The end basket's coming up a tiny bit. We want Euro JPY to trade a bit lower down to this order block and then look for longs off the back of that. That was my problem ages ago. Only look on the lower time frame. Don't realise how important a higher time frame is. Higher time frame is the most important, boys. The most important. There's a reason why in our matrix of entries, what we do. So we have ALG sells and we have ALG sells and buyers, DTO sells and buyers. So these are our two ALG setups. These are our two DTO setups. These are our buy setups. These are our sell setups. But what we do first, before we do that, is this step right here. First of all, you need a daily bias on a daily and 4 hour. Once you've got a daily bias, then you look for what to trade. Because there's no way to know on the lower time frame, is it going to be this? Is it going to be this? Is it going to be this? Or is it going to be this? There's no way to tell for sure. you have to have a daily bias, be confident on it, and then trade in line with that. So for example here, I'm looking at my daily bias being sells. So I'm going to go and look at my sell entries, and I've got the ALG and the DTO. So then I'll mark out my ALG, sorry, my Asia high and my DTO. So my DTO is here, and my Asia high, as you can see, is here. So now I'm either looking for price to sweep the Asia high and sell, so which is what we're looking at now. So sweep the Asia high, which we have, and then sell. Or alternatively, I'm looking at price moving away from the DTO, returning, and then sell. So we have our two sell setups already. We haven't even got to think about the entry. All we think about is the higher time frame, the daily bias, right? We're looking at sells, and then we just wait for the setup to come through. That's how you, number one, have good psychology on the lower time frame, and number two, don't get drawn into the lower time frame moves. If price moves up here really violently, really quickly, a lot of people will be looking for buys. But I'll just see this as a liquidity grab to sell, which is exactly what we're seeing here. Push up, a lot of people see this as buys. I see this as a liquidity grab to sell. And that is only because I look at my higher time frame bias first before even considering the lower time frame. So yeah, maybe that might help you boys out a little bit more if you normally start on the lower and then go higher. I definitely recommend starting on the higher. Have a few entries that you actually know work. So for us, it's ALG and DTO. And if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Simple as that. I watch you often, and for me, you are the king on Euro USD. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, brother. I use every time frame from monthly down to 15 second. Yeah, I never really use the 15 second. I think it's pointless, bro. Lowest I'll really use is 5 minutes. Sometimes I look on 1 minute for context, but still need a video editor. Haven't come back to me, but I thought I'd message you, bro. Yeah, drop me a message again, bro, and I'll get back to you. DTO is the daily true open, bro. Daily true open is the New York Open time. Everyone double tap the screen, boys. Double tap the screen, man. Everyone double tap the screen. Everyone double tap the screen. EU, yeah, I'm looking for sales on EU, bro, as I said. Let me know if you guys are looking for anything a little bit different. 2 secs, boys. I totally agree with your bias. Nice, bro. I'm waiting for what other confirmations you're waiting for. I'm personally waiting for a market structure shift, which is basically a break of this low. Again, if you don't really know why I'm waiting for that, I can quickly give you a little diagram here. So bearing in mind, we're waiting for a trend to reverse, right? So we've got this bullish trend here, which we've got here, this bullish trend, as you can see. And we're waiting for this to essentially reverse and then trade downwards, right? So what we can wait for is one of two things for me. Either a break of the low, which most people are aware of, a market structure shift, or an IFVG. So an IFVG is when we've got a fair value gap here. And we look for it to be disrespected. Because the main thinking is, if we are to continue moving higher, we should just tap into this fair value gap and then run higher, right? Simple as that. So therefore, if we disrespect it and close below, it's essentially an early signal that we are just going to take this low and just continue down. Because if we was going to continue higher, we would have continued off this fair value gap. And we didn't, therefore we're going to reverse. So that's what we've seen already, is the inversion of this fair value gap, as you can see. This fair value gap getting disrespected. But when you want a little bit more confirmation, what you can actually wait for is the low itself to be broken. So I'm going to be waiting for this specific low here to get broken. Which, as you can see, is this specific low here. And then I'll be looking to get in here. Stop loss here. TP here. So yeah, basically this is our first entry. But we are not getting in it. We're just waiting for the more confirmed entry, chat. On what time frame are you waiting for a market structure shift? The 5 minute, brother. Bro, do you use the 1 hour? I do use the 1 hour, bro. I do use the 1 hour. Yeah, by the way, boys, I do have one-to-one mentoring. My Instagram's right there. If you want to send me a DM, I can sort of get in contact with you, jump on a call or something if you are looking for that. I've literally brought it out, boys. Today's the first day, really, where I'm making my mentorship public. It is a one-to-one mentorship where you're working with me directly. You get an hour call every day before the market opens, an hour call every day after the market shut. So 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. we're on call, and then 12 to 1 p.m. we're on call. And then obviously me and you do personal one-to-ones throughout the week as well, or throughout the month. So yeah, if you're not really looking to lock in, it's probably not for you. It does take a lot of dedication. As I said, we're on live at 6 a.m. to 8, breaking down what we're looking for. So if you're not able to get out of bed at 6 a.m. and actually jump on that call for me to break down exactly what you're looking for, then yeah, you're probably going to be wasting your money and your time. So it's really only for people that are properly trying to take it serious, boys. As I said, it's very intense of a course. And there are multiple calls every single day. So it really is like, a lot of people throw around the word boot camp. This is the true definition. It's in pros to look for a sell. Yeah, I'm personally looking for sells as well, bro. Looking to enter EU longs, short scalp, but overall EU higher time shorts, higher time frame bias, but reckon the move will happen a bit later in the New York session. Potentially could, bro. We're initially getting these nice sell-offs, so let's just wait till this low breaks, and then we should actually be able to get an entry. I will be quite happy to enter. What pair is this? It says in the bottom right, my bro, is it Euro USD? It's Euro USD, man. What made you take this trade? Have you taken this trade? As I said, bro, I haven't yet got into this trade. But higher time frame is what mainly made me get into this trade. I'll break it down one last time so you, man, can see what I'm looking for. So if we look at the overall outlook of where price is, we want to see what this current trend is. So you can see we've swept the monthly high. So this is the prior month high. This is the prior month low. You can see we've swept the prior month high and now we're starting to sell off. So I am looking for this to continue and us to continue to be bearish on the monthly. As I said, this is the sweep of the high. This is what we're trying to trade into. And then we've also got this weekly order block here, which we've tapped into. So weekly order block. I'll make it a little bit brighter if you like to see it on a higher time frame. We've got the weekly order block here. Right, and then we've also got the monthly high and the monthly low. So we've got a sweep of the monthly high into the weekly order block, and we're already seeing the start of this bearish trend off of that. So I'm just looking for a continuation of that trend. So we've had a pullback and I'm looking for the continuation now of that bearish trend. So you can see we've had a pullback into, this is obviously the sell-off from that level. We're looking to have a pullback and then that next sell. So that's basically why we're short on this specific trade. Weekly SMT2. Nice, bro. I haven't actually clocked that, but nice. Let me get rid of this real quick. Missed that entry by just literally inches, boys. Inches. It missed that by. Everyone double tap the screen, man. Yeah, what did we have SMT with, Learn? Remember I said buy at that low at 17,890. I don't really remember that, bro, but fair play if you did say that. Appreciate the likes, boys. Everyone drop a repost on the live if you can. EU on the 1 minute is market structure shift plus MSB. Yeah, I'm more waiting for this 5 minute to be fair, bro. I'm waiting for this 5 minute low. So you can see we've got a clear high, low, high. So if we break this low, then it will show a lower time frame trend shift for me. We have got a decent confirmation now. We have inverted this 5 minute as well. We're currently in this 5 minute order block. So as long as we disrespect this and don't buy up from it, we should be good to get an entry very, very shortly, boys. So everyone lock in right now. Matt, are you on sale or are you waiting? Bro, my name's not Matt, by the way. My name's nothing like Matt. My name is Louis. So just call me Lou. Call me Lou. SMT with GU. Yeah, I mean, the main reason for that, GU is very unaligned with, that's not really just due to SMT. That's due to the pound itself. If you look at EG, this is the pound's, EG's price action this month. You can see it's been very bearish, which just shows that the euro is pretty weak and the pound is pretty strong. Hence why the euro is looking a lot more aligned with DXY and GU is not so much. Again, chat, we're being nice and disciplined, waiting for our levels to come through, not getting in too early and being too stupid. Can I call you Lulu? You can call me Lulu, but then I'm going to have to punch you in the face. Lou, thanks for everything. No worries, brother. Matt, do you still need video editing? My name is not Matt. Again, okay, chat, why are you calling me Matt? Why is my whole YouTube stream calling me Matt now? Thank you, Matt, for the analysis. How about I get a mat, lay you down on it, and a curb stomp you? Okay, I'm not going to say that. That was just a joke. Fruity sound to it. What, Lulu? Yeah, Lulu's basically a woman's name. Like, Lou, if you want to change it to anything, call me maybe like Luis Suarez, Luis Enrique, Luis Diaz, King Louis. I don't know, what else? That's it, I suppose. Cindy Lou. Cindy Lou who? No, that ain't allowed. Louis Escobar. Bit of an out there one, but I'll take it. Cheers, Patrick. Again, name's not Patrick. Lewis Hamilton, yeah. Sir St. Patrick III. Again, don't know where on earth Patrick's come from. It is Louis, though. Lululemon. Fucking hell. Is my name actually cooked? There's actually way too many. Lewis Hamilton, I rate that. Cindy Lou Who, do not rate that. Lewis Hamilton, Lululemon, do not rate that. Luis Diaz, do you need video editing? I've told you, bro. Just send me a DM for video editing. Luis Diaz is cold. Lululemon, I really don't like that. Mind you, do they do men's clothes? Louis Epstein. That's not even like a metaphor. That's just Louis Theroux. I'll take that. Louis Theroux's a bit of a chud, but I still take his name. Pulu. Don't really like that. I don't really know where that's come from. Also a little bit childish, so you might want to grow up a little bit there. Lewis Kerry. I don't even know who that is. Lewis Kelly. Louis Epstein. Please stop spamming Louis Epstein. Lou my boo. Mama Lulu. No, okay. I don't like any of these, to be honest. Luis Diaz I like. None of those other two. Do not want to be called that. B-Lou. B-Lou's alright. B-Lou, Macy's Diaz. Yeah, I don't mind that. B-Lou's alright. Luis Capaldi. He's a bit bun. I'll take Luis Capaldi though. He's got a good voice. Luis XVI off with their heads. Trust me, bro. Off with their heads. Innit? That's what you should call me from now on. Louis Hawkins. Again, it's the same as Louis Epstein. It's just not even a pun there. It's just been bang out of order, really. Louis the Gooner. I'm an Arsenal fan, but I don't know about Louis the Gooner. Lewis Kelly. Who is Lewis Kelly? Lou Dernoise. I don't know who on earth that is. Louis Bundy. Again, these are just horrible people that you're trying to call me after. To be fair, you've got a similar brain capacity to B. Lou. That's bang out of order. He's like the thickest guy in the whole of YouTube. Type of guy to search Google on Google. So we worries about bro's name now instead of EU. Yeah, trust me, bro. Can we stop the slander on my name? An actual Louis made it. What does that even mean? I don't know if that's trying to get me to trick me into saying something. Again, Lulu Bay, Epstein Louis, Lou Diddy, Pooey Louis, Louis May Dick. I don't like any of these. Louis the Geo King, that one's cold. Are you looking for sales since highs were taking? I'm looking for sales, bro. I'm looking for sales, brother. Yeah, we base it on the higher time frame if we think we're going to continue or reverse from here, bro. Louis Dumbbell. What does that even mean? Diddy Lou. Can we please stop with these? What's the pair? Euro USD, bro. Can we please stop with these? Lou Diddy. I really don't like that. I think I prefer Lou Diddy to Diddy Lou. Actually, no. Diddy Lou's a bit cold. Richesse Lou is the best. Trust. Not really too sure about them emojis. Seems like you're staring at me in the face. For your mentorship, what it take to do it? Can I try only a month to see if I like it? Yeah, bro. 100%, man. 100%. That's what I'd recommend, bro. Get in for your first month. Watch the videos that we've got. Take your one-to-one sessions. Bear in mind, bro. That's the good thing about our mentorship, bro. It's not like you're going to pay for it and it just not be good. Because as I said, we actually put our time in. We're live twice every day for you. Once in the pre-London, once in the post-London. You get a one-to-one session with us. Louis Yerbal. What the fuck does that even mean? Are you like... I feel like this guy, Badazajizani, you sound like you're like Bosnian or something. Are you like Bosnian or Albanian? You're just telling me like Bosnian celebrities with my name put in there. I'm not getting any of these references. Who is Louis May Dick? Who is Louis Yerbal? What does this even mean? Baby Lou, Daddy Lou. Jesus Christ, chat. Can't even read my chat anymore. Thanks, man. You're a good mentor. No worries, bro. Yeah, get in there, Marcelino. Let me know what your TikTok is, bro. Send me a DM and I can get you in there. Louis Singh. If I was a Sikh, that would be my name. Louis Singh. I know, if I was just... Nah, it just doesn't work, actually. Being on toilet and seeing all the names now. You guys need therapy. Holy shit. Bro, sorry, Vision. Let me just VAR check this. Let me just VAR check this real quick. Let me VAR check this real quick. Just going to see. This guy's trying to take the moral higher ground. If I do remember rightly. Who actually started it? Who was the first one who actually started it? You started it by calling me Matt. It's sort of Lou's crew, yeah, trust me. All I'm seeing is Lou in the chat right now. Trust me. Lou, I have to run if there's anything to see. Greetings. Appreciate you, Destroyer, bro. Yeah, I'm still waiting for the break of this low in all seriousness, boys. I know you lot are just spamming the hell out of my name, but... Still waiting for a break of this low, boys. Give trade. How about you give head, and then I'll give trade, and then we'll see who comes out on top. Would you say to join one-to-one, even if you can only afford for 3 months or something in the mentorship now, you think one-to-one will be well more beneficial? JJ, mate, honestly, way more beneficial. Way more beneficial. The fact I'm actually going to be able to sit there and talk to you and break down all of your trades for a month, and you can look at all of my trades for a month. You can tell me any specific problems, anything. We may jump on a call and you're blatantly shit at finding the high time frame bias. And I'll just completely tell you how to do that properly, and then that's it. You'll forever do that well. Or it may be that you're actually alright at high time frame bias and you're just shit at executing. And I can just teach you the strategies a little bit more. There may be only a small few things for you to actually fix, but what's your strategy, bro? I have ALG strategy and DTO strategy, bro. I'm not in this one just yet, bro. I'm waiting for a break of that low. That 5-minute low just here. But yeah, it will definitely be beneficial, bro. Another good thing about the mentorship is if you are in the pre and post London, there's obviously going to be a lot less people in there, so you are going to have way more chance to actually speak and stuff. Look, what do you think of Monster Energy? Yeah, I quite like the white monsters. Could you explain them, bro? So yeah, it's mainly what we teach in our mentorship is these two strategies. The main basis of it is the ALG strat. We wait for a sweep of Asia low and then buy to the Asia high. Or a sweep to the Asia high and sell to the Asia low after we get our specific confirmations. And then the DTO strategy is where we have a move away from the DTO, retest the DTO and then buy. Or we move away from the DTO, retest the DTO and then sell. So what we do first, we obviously have ALG buys, DTO buys, ALG sells, DTO sells. And what we do is we have a higher time frame bias first. For example, today is sells. If we're looking at sells, then therefore we're either looking at ALG sells or DTO sells, whichever one happens to come first on the market. This one today is more looking at ALG sells, which is why we're looking to take that. I'll fuck with you, bro. You need to look at the buyer bias. It's defo a buy, if anything. I disagree, bro, but fair play, man. Thanks, brother. Last week I finished the phases on 50k account. Keep it up and stay with you. Big up, Tony, man. Lovely to hear that, bro. Lovely to hear that. Yeah, we did cook last week, boys. 9% in the signals as well, which is crazy. You don't like the black monster. I only really have the white monster, bro. I didn't write anything like Lou the Gooner or Epstein. Yeah, I know, Vision, I know. Are you circumcised? Stop asking me this goddamn question. Why would I be circumcised? Do you think I've just done it for a laugh? You man know that I'm Christian. Do you think I've just done it for a laugh? Like it's just something to do to make my piece look more aesthetically appealing. Why would I have done that? Ask yourself, why would I have done that? Feel you, bro. Be easy, my G. Sweet R4. Sweet, brother. Make sure you get in the Discord, man. Make sure you get in the Discord. Think bad at entries. Difficult to know sometimes if ALG going to play out straight away or pull up higher before coming down. Yeah, bro. As I said, man, once you're in the one-to-one mentorship, I'll jump on and the whole hour and a half, I can purely and utterly just explain that to you. Or you can ask every single possible question. I'll go through all your trades, literally all your trades this year that you've placed on a funded. Go through every single one. And then I'll write you probably 3 or 4 rules down that I'm noticing you're doing every time. Lou the Jew, okay? That's just defensive. I'm not Jewish, but that's just offensive, bro. I think you've taken it too far there, Momentum Trades. I think that's bang out of order, personally. That's just a weird question. I don't think we're going to take out that low. It's probably just going to drop. If it was going to drop, then surely it would take out the low, Varesh. The way you asked that... Oh, I just bit my tongue, bro. Varesh, that question was... Honest, that statement was just so nonsensical. It's just made me bite my tongue, bro. Would you tell your parents that you are gay, yes or no? Bro, what type of question again is that? Bro, I'm not gonna lie, if I was gay, bro, I know exactly what I'm doing, bro. I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm flying to Monaco, and I'm just gonna live there until I find a billionaire. That's all I'm doing. I would take over the game within days, bro. If I actually took a turn at the grand old age of 23, I thought, you know what? I can see myself living on the other side. No way you are gay. Again, it's not the question that was asked of me, was it? I was forced into a corner in this specifically phrased question. I happen to be gay. I'm not. Like, Jesus Christ, you guys. Yes, Lou, happy to see. Happy Monday, bro. Are you shorts? I'm seeing me too, Kims. I'm not seeing the exact same, Kims. I mean, we won't get a retracement. Oh, fair play, fair play. I personally think we will, bro. I personally think we will. No, Richesse love girls. Come on, bro. Come on, brother. Give it a go, bro. I will not give that a go. I will not give that a go. As much as it would be nice to be married to a billionaire, it wouldn't really be nice to have to sleep with them. So, it's okay, son. We used to get whipped back in our day if we come out of... You want to be my video editor and you're the one that's asking these type of questions. How do I know you're not going to edit my video and then just put like an LGBT song in the middle of it or something? Uncle Ben did some with you. Uncle Ben, you know. Mondays are always meh. Yeah, true, bro. True. Very true. I sent you a message about my PDF. My name is Prince182. Sweet, bro. Your name is Prince. Are you by any chance a son of Tyson Fury? Because I know he's got about 5 sons all called Prince. Never traded funded, bro. Personally, I like personal accounts. People might say funded's better, but everyone's journey is different. Fair play, JJ. How much personal account are you trading, bro? This chat, Lamal, yeah, trust me. By the way, TikTok, I am live on YouTube as well. My YouTube is Richesse FX. If you want to tune in on there, you get full face cam, full screen. If you do want to tune in, you can see my beautiful face in 4K and the full screen and the full chat. We've got about 130 man in there. Boys, how many likes we got on this stream? If we've got less than 50 likes, you man, it's over for you. I'm gonna play really loud music and turn it up to like 300% so you can barely hear anything. Okay, 43 likes. 7 of you best like. I'm holding this stream hostage right now. Do you like punk rock to? Do you listen to punk rock to lock in? How on earth can I lock in listening to punk rock? Do you bash? Bro, what is with these questions? Are you the same guy that told me about your bashing addiction? Lululemon, can you make the market come down again? Okay, this is seriously, boys, gotta stop. Lululemon, that's not my name. That is not my name. Stop calling me Lululemon or Cindy Lou Who. It's not what's happening. I know Mace is under your desk. Oh my god. They love you, bro. I don't know if they really love me or hate me, because these questions are... Let me give you an example, right? These are just a few of the questions. The most recent questions. Do you listen to punk rock to lock in? Just a blatantly stupid question. Do you bash? Just, why are you even asking me? I know Mace is under your desk. God forgive me, I swear I'll never buy you again. Oi, no, holy base, Daniel, I rate that. Sorry, Lulu. Everyone like the stream, boys. If you are getting in the... Okay, I think a few people have gone over to the YouTube stream, to be fair. Mace under your desk is a wild statement. Yeah, trust me. Mace under... Chat is creased today, yeah, for real. Lululemon, can I come to your house for one-to-one mentorships? Bro, by the looks of these comments, if any of you lot came to my house, yeah... This is how much I do not want any of you to turn up to my house. I don't have a dog. Never have owned a dog. None of my neighbours own a dog. I would buy a Belgian Malinois, yeah? Wouldn't feed it for weeks. Okay, I'm not going to say that. Wouldn't feed it for weeks. Healthily, though, so it's got a right old appetite and is ready to go. Seriously ready to go. And just chain it up outside my house. And I'd have like a trigger. You know on Minecraft, pressure plate. I'd have a pressure plate on like my doormat. You click the pressure plate, the chain unties, and the Belgian Malinois just absolutely goes at you hell for leather. So, to return to the question, can you do one-to-ones at my house for mentorship? You can try. You can try. Where did you get that name, or is it your... Where did you get that name, or it's your high school, mate? What, the name Lou? I mean, you actually asked it in a nice way, so I'm not going to be too sarcastic. It's just a... My name's Louis, so yeah, Lou's just short. Lululemon sounds like an RSPCA case. Does it? Does it really? Yeah, Mace on the desk is wild. That is actually wild. Brother asked me if he can bring himself over. Yeah, do you know what I mean? No, you can't come around my house. Not a single stutter. It's just a joke. We love you, but not gay. No, I feel like I'm in... Bro, I feel like you guys are saying... Do you know what I feel like right now looking at these comments? It's like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I feel like I'm in like an echo chamber. Like I'm in... You seen that episode of Simpsons where Homer writes the same shit all over the wall and he's just seeing the same thing? I feel like I'm trapped and I just can't get out of these comments. I fuck with your D squared cap. Cheers, bro. I'm going to have to open my window to actually like make sure I'm still seeing the light of day. I feel like I'm going to open my window and it's just going to be like a facade. Like I'm just going to be trapped between concrete. Let me see. L-Trade, not gonna lie. Cheers, bro. I know Mace is creasing at these comments. Mace is probably in a burner account putting these effing comments. He's not gay, he's just in consolidation. Who even said that I was gay, bro? Why have you even said that? No one even claimed it. The fact you've even just said that makes it now seem like it's a possibility. Like, seriously, boys. What is with you guys today? Like, being dead serious now as well. Can't really get away from these comments. Are you into furries, Lulu? Oh, fucking God. Am I into furries, boys? Like, seriously, why even ask that? Bruv. You're funny, I'ma follow you home. Am I gonna have to... You're gonna follow me home. You're funny, I'm gonna follow you home. Do you know how just disturbing that question is? You know I'm gonna have the back of my mind when I'm walking home. Is this fucking guy following me? I'm gonna feel like I'm heavily involved in some type of gang beef as I'm walking home, bruv. Checking every car that pulls next to me. Is that one guy from the live that said he's gonna follow me home? It wasn't a question, bro. Oh my God, so this guy's just demanding to follow me home. Chat, can we be a bit more positive? Like, am I gonna have to take a breather for you lot to compose yourself? Like, Jesus Christ. You're moving like Arsenal in the final stage of the season. Zero composure. And I am an Arsenal fan, so I'm allowed to make that joke. Chat, if you're rating these TikTok lives, go over to the YouTube, man. We've got 150 guys in the YouTube. None of them, for some reason, dropping any type of serious comments. Hi, Edward. How much is the mentorship? Out of all the names as well, Edward. What are these names? Matt and Edward. They sound, do you know what Matt and Edward sound like X Factor finalists in like 2013 or something. Just the most blandest names. I've actually got a decent name. Lou's actually decent. I've actually allowed you guys to call me Lou rather than my full name. So I've given you guys a bit of leeway. And fuck me, are you taking that and running? Like, bro, Cindy Lou Who and Lululemon. Them two, they're almost... First fucking comment I see on TikTok. Lululemon, I think you need to reward yourself to a Scooby snap after this fucking... Seriously, to a Scooby snack as well, bro. Do you think I'm a dog? Lou makes me think of Jungle Book. Why? Bruv, why? The Jungle Book, bro. What's that even meant to mean? What? You're very lucky I'm of a certain complexion as well. That could have been taken a very wrong way. Robert, are you able to send me the PDF on Discord? Robert, you know, bruv, seriously, if you're gonna make up a bullshit name about me, at least call me like Thunderbird or like I don't know, the Night Rider. Or something like that. Robert and Philip. Like, really? Hi, Edward. Okay, sorry, your name's Daniel. Cinderella. Jesus. Can you not swear, bro? I'm fighting demons in my head and you're making it worse. I'm fighting demons in my chat. So welcome to the club. Lululemon, don't rage, please. I'm trying to sleep. Bro's watching my live to try and sleep. What do you listen to try and wake up then, bruv? Holy shit. Very emotional for a trader. What do you mean very emotional from the trader? Look at my fucking comments. Louis Daddy, Scobby Lulu. Bro, this is some very emotional trader. Thunderbird. Like, Perfect Pete. Please check Yen pairs. What do you mean Perfect Pete as well? This guy's hilarious, bro. Lou makes me think of Titanic. Oh my god. That is possibly the most homo comment I've ever had. Nothing has ever made me thought of the Titanic. Never. I've never thought of the Titanic ever. And I think of a lot of different shit. But the Titanic never crosses my mind. In fact, another dude, you're actually looking at the face of another dude and thought, oh, he reminds me of that romantic scene from the Titanic. Affiliate Lou. Is that actually what you've put? Affiliate. I feel like that's meant to mean something else considering how you spelt it as well. Lululemon, you sound very angry this morning. Did you not sleep? Got well nice. I was actually well happy before I jumped on this live. Well happy before I went on this live. Appreciate the gift, bro. I need to rain it in today. It's too sunny. Yeah, trust me, bro. Say thank you for the roses. No, bruv. I don't want your roses. You forcefully giving me roses. It's like me going up to like Margot Robbie, giving her a rose and demanding that I take her out on a date now. Like, no. Didn't ask for your roses. Good boy. I didn't even say it. That big ass berg crashing into the ship. Oh, I remind you of the iceberg, not the dude. Okay. Can you explain why you're going for a sell here? Basically, based on the higher time frame, bro. On the higher time frame on the daily. You can see we've got a sweep of this high. Sweep of the monthly high. So we've got the monthly low to trade into. Also came into the weekly order block. So price is already starting to trend down. We just got a pullback and we want to continue that trend down now. We are also trading above the DTO. So we are at a premium point for the day. So we are optimal for sells. Just need to wait for that confirmation. Margot Robbie will be lucky to have you. Margot Robbie will be happy to have you sub 5. Wait, what? Margot Robbie will be lucky. So firstly you said Margot Robbie would be lucky to have me. And then you've said I'm a sub 5. So what exactly are you saying? Does that mean you're saying Margot Robbie's like a sub 3 and should be over the moon to bag a sub 5? Or I'm just messing with you, Lululemon. Always. Anyways, how was your day, Nathan? How was your weekend, Nathan? Nathan, can you lower the volume down? It's too loud. Turn your phone down, bruv. It's too loud, bruv. Is that a serious statement? How about you turn your fucking volume down on your phone? I'm not holding you hostage, forcing you to have it at max volume. Have you seen Mace's bullish candle? No, I haven't seen Mace's bullish candle. Confirm possibly coming on EU. His name's Gary, bro. My name's not Gary. My name's not Steve. My name is Lou. That's my name. GU, bro. GU. Have a look at GU. Let's have a look at... Nathan, are you looking for sales then today? Bro, can we please stop with these names? Can we please stop with these names? Like, being deadly serious now. Nathan. We get into, like, the gutters of actual names. At least Edward's got a bit of aura from, like, King Edward. Like, Nathan. Name me one person ever called Nathan you'd actually ever want to, like, know. The only guy I can think of called Nathan is actually the gay guy from, True Geordie, or whatever it's called. Geordie Shore. When I think of Nathan, this is the one guy I can think of. Do you think this is a dude that I want to be thinking of when I'm trying to lock in on trading and you guys have got this fucking brer in my head? Who's this? His sister. Chloe. That's Chloe, innit? Yeah, Chloe Ferry. That Chloe Ferry. Chloe's a bit of a lightweight. I get drunk off one drink and I don't know my limits, and my mum gets a bit worried when I go out. She admitted I'd sometimes end up by myself because I just wander off. She's just so like, she's just so ditzy. She's just hilarious, honestly. I really hate people that do that, by the way. People that just have a few drinks and walk off. It's got nothing to do with you being a lightweight. It just means you're an idiot. Why are you walking off? That happened the other day, not the other day, a few months ago. I went to Amsterdam with one of my pals. My pals has never been abroad, right? So we're on the red light, bear in mind. Like the most sort of, you got to have your wits about you if you're on the red light. Especially if you don't know about being abroad. I've been to Dan Bear times, so I'm sort of sweet. My pal, never been down before. Never been. On the red light, as a couple, 10 beers, just walks off. Phone dies, absolutely walks off. No charge on his phone, no idea where his hotel is. Phone dies, just walks off. I'm like, bruv, what are you doing? Like, seriously, what are you doing? Luckily, he was so pissed he was actually trying to get home, ended up walking to a university, banging on the door of a university, demanding to be let in because he thought it was our hotel. Security swiftly came downstairs, asked him what hotel he's staying at. Somehow he remembered and they dropped him home. It's actually a true story from a few weeks ago. So we just know random gays. That's not a that's a famous guy. That's a famous guy on TV. Josh, I don't think this is going to hit. Name's not Josh, not answering that. Alright, Nathan, I'll stick with Lululemon then. I prefer Lululemon to Nathan, I'll tell you that for free. If I've got to be called Lululemon, I will have to firm that. Nathan Barley, who is that? Is that the guy I just showed? This is off topic now from EU, yeah, trust. Check GU. I'm more looking at EU, bro. If you look at EG, as I said, bro, a few times, EG's actually kind of weak right now. Or it has been for this month. So this is since the start of March for, since the start of April for EG. You can see it has been trending down, which showing that the Euro's kind of weak and the pound's kind of strong. So if you are looking to short EU and GU, it just makes sense to short EU, just based on the Euro being weaker than the pound. So I do want GU sells, but I'm mainly only looking for EU to actually get in on. Right, we're getting the movement that we want. What are we even talking about? Cheers, Jay. No worries, John. What's your name? M. Are you a fan of James Charles? Holy, someone's just put coordinates in my chat. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna see if these are my coordinates, bro. And bear in mind, this guy's repeatedly asked me, am I circumcised, about 50 times. No idea he actually... Your devoted supporter here. Check what's in your... Sorry. Is this your house? Why have you given me your own address? It's not even my address. Bro, do you live in a caravan outside your mum's house? Are these the real like ilk of people that are in my live right now? Sleeping in caravans, bro. To be fair, no, I think it was this gaff. I'm not gonna lie, I can tell from this front door. That your mum is shit at cooking. Like, respectfully. Bro, that's my house. Stop. Well, your friend dropped it in the chat, so here it is. I can tell from your door, your mum cannot cook to save your life. Cannot cook to save her life at all. I can just tell that. I can tell that from a mile away. Also, as well, another thing I can tell. Another thing I can tell is one of you lot are smoking, because I don't know why both windows are open when every other house seems to be shut. You also live next door to a caravan. Other than that, yeah. Don't know what you exactly wanted from your address, 332 Howlands, but yeah. Hello, Richesse. Show us your house from the Google Maps. Again, why on earth would I do it? Bro sleeps in a caravan. A lie. Lululemon, let's not disrespect any mums this morning. Big up all the mums. Yeah, big up all the mums. I'm just saying, Like, if your door is looking like that, I can tell your mum is just not house proud at all. Doesn't care about what your house looks like. And if she doesn't care about what your house looks like, it's probably because she cares about other shit, probably drinking. And if she cares about drinking that much, she's probably not going to care about what dinner she cooks you. She's probably just going to cook you like chips and fish fingers near enough every night. So yeah. When I get into one-to-one, won't really be able to go over mistakes I've made due to not journaling old trades, but I'll start from today. Yeah, start, bro. Start from today. Even if you go over the current week ones, it's not really a problem. Lululemon, can we get a bathroom tour? I'll tell you what. If we get 100 man in here, then I'll give you a bathroom tour. If we get 100 man in here, then I'll give you a bathroom tour. And same as YouTube. YouTube, if we get 200 man in this YouTube stream, I'll give you a bathroom tour. Number 338. Oh, wow. So I actually know the exact house. Number 338. Lou, can we see your hairline? No, you can't. It's 100 people in and I'll show you my hairline. You wait for 15-minute or 5-minute MSS. Wait for the 5-minute, bro. We have just broke it here, but it's such a weak break. I do want a bit more of a actual close below. Well, wait to see how this 15-minute closes, really. It's very, very weak of a close, to be honest. Bearing in mind, we do have the fair value gap here as well. Nathan, mate, you're looking handsome this morning. Nice, bro. Cheers, brother. Again, Nathan. I've actually started to ignore the fact you're calling me Nathan. I actually really don't like that name. Yo, Christopher Columbus, trade now. Christopher as well, bro. I mean, Christopher Columbus is pretty good. Lou, up on EU now. I don't really like that break, bro. It's a bit too small of a break. Yeah, mate, I wouldn't even class that as a close, more of a wick. Yeah, for real. My hairline's moving in consolidation. Fairs. Better than moving in fucking retracement, innit? Thing is with my hairline, chat. My hairline's not moving in retracement. A lot of you guys' hairline is moving in retracement. My hairline's moving in consolidation. It just so happened it started overpriced. It started quite high up in value, so I wasn't really off to the best start. But it's not it hasn't been retracing anymore. It's just at a decent point, now it's consolidating. A lot of you guys here started off at an equilibrium, and now we're retracing. So you guys actually look better than mine. I'm not retracing. I just had an overvalued hairline at the start. You guys had an equilibrium, and now you're retracing. So I don't think Euro is bearish. I personally do, bro, on the daily time frame. I personally do. Let me grab a phone charger real quick, boys. Tell you what, I'm going to go grab a phone charger. How about you guys take, I'll say, 10 deep breaths. Take 10 deep breaths, right? And just realise, my name's Lou. You can call me Lou, or you can call me Dragon Slayer. Other than that, no other names, and I will not be answering to any names. Your trim's in margin call. And on that note, let me go get an iPhone charger. You guys are just such a nice community to actually speak to on a day-to-day basis. I actually really love talking to you boys. Might even invite some of you boys around. Yeah, that break's just really weak, boys. Alright, mate, I'm going to grab a cup of tea. Sweet, bro. Everyone keep rage baiting Timothy. Man's hairline will be receding after today. Have you gathered yourself now, Lululemon? Are we all good? Oh, another guy just joined called Lou. Welcome to the live, whoever just joined called Lou. Lewis, I think your name was, or Louis. Welcome to the fucking live, mate. I tell you what, you're in for an absolute treat this live. If you, for some reason, have always wanted a shit nickname, then you have absolutely stumbled to the best place. I've been given well, I don't know. We're just going to have to wait for him to come through. Lululemon is a crazy nickname. It's just probably the most feminine nickname. If you was a woman, it would probably be bare good. Lou, imagine your comments if you were a darker colour. I mean, Jesus, that's just not even called for, is it? Are we bullish on the EU? I'm bearish personally, bro. I don't really like that break. It's not strong enough of a break. Let's check the DXY. Yeah, you can see the DXY hasn't actually broken this level yet. So we do want to wait for DXY to break this high for sure. To be fair. So yeah, we do want this to come higher. If DXY can break this high, then I'll definitely be looking to buy and therefore sell EU. Got to wait for that to come through first though. Everyone double tap the screen, man. Let's get 30 likes in here. 30k likes. By the way, boys, I am live on YouTube as well. Richesse Effects on YouTube. SMT left the chat. Fact. Well, I mean, we do still have it. Hairline is bullish. Bro, my hairline's literally in consolidation. I mean, your hairline genuinely can't be bullish unless you get it fixed. Yo, Junior, can you please send me the PDF on Discord? Junior! Bro, like... Junior, you know, do I look mixed to you? I actually know a fair amount of people called Junior, and genuinely not one of them are white. I know a mixed race person called Junior, I know a black guy called Junior, I know a Thai person called Junior. It's like there's some type of force field stopping like white kids being named Junior for some reason. Thank God the comments have actually slowed down a little bit. I sent you... Okay. I sent you another Nathan on your Discord. This show was jokes if you don't know it. Okay, what on earth have I been sent on Discord? Let me open this off stream. Nathan Barley. I don't even know who this is. 2005. I would have been 3 years old, so... no, I actually don't remember that. Ask your mum. I will have to. Anyone know who this is? Nathan Barley. Oh, I know that guy is. Is that where he's from? That guy's quite jokes. I recognise him as well. What else has he been in? I haven't seen any. Oh, Uncle. Who's he in the Who's he? Is that who he is? Who's he in the... I think he's like the stepdad or something in the Uncle. Yeah, I'm waiting for a proper break on the DXY first. Damn, I'm old. Nah, I wouldn't say you're that old, Kims. I would say you're ancient. I'm joking. Cristiano's son is Junior, right? Yeah, that's true. Hair is at all-time highs. My hair's at all-time lows. I mean, if you think about everyone's hair's at all-time lows, it can only go one way, really, from there. You can't grow a hairline. You've just got to lose it. I found your exact location. Bruv. Why are people actually... Why? Innit? Just why? What part? I'm sitting here trading, trying to actually catch his trade in front of like, what, 200, 300 people? Yeah, 300 people in this live in total. Trying to actually catch a trade. We got people commenting shit like, I found your exact location, and then dropping coordinates in the chat. Why? Why are you guys... Where is this? Really, bro? Gay Village. Not what you two are looking at. Sackville Street. Why does it actually look nice? Isn't this a university or something? Wow. It is actually Manchester's Gay Village. Wow. McTuckies. Club Tropical. I'm so glad I live in London, man. Really? Why does it look nice and then there's just like flags of thingy everywhere? Why am I even walking around Gay Village? What am I even doing? Manchester College. I used to go to that college. No way, bro. Actually used to commute on a daily basis to Gay Street. Fairs, trades, fairs. Show them your house and it's settled. Why on earth would I dox myself to you guys? Gargamel head top. Sorry, what? Gargamel haircut. Jesus, no. Bro, I hate Gargamel. He's bang out of order. Like, genuinely as well, what does that guy want with Smurfs? What does he want to do with Smurfs? What? Like, why does he even want the Smurfs? Why does he want to take them over? How's he the only person as well in the whole world of Smurfs? Doesn't make any sense. And surely if he was the only person in the world full of Smurfs, he'd want to keep the Smurfs around, because that's sort of like, he could probably sell them or something, I don't know. Well, your fans, we want to know where our analyst stays. Why on earth would I give you my address? Do you think if you're a fan of fucking Lionel Messi, he's going to tell you his home address? Sounds a bit nonsense to me. It is. It's a bit weird. Like, what does he actually want to do with Smurfs? I actually, low-key, want to find out. Alright, we're getting a bit of movement, though. Still waiting on the DXY boys to break this high. Why does Gargamel want to kill Smurfs? Want to kill the Smurfs. Let's see. Gargamel wants to capture and kill the Smurfs to use them as ingredients in potions to create gold, eat them, or harness their magical Smurf essence for power. Driven by greed and an intense hatred born from repeated failures, his goals evolve from purely opportunistic alchemy to a desire to destroy the village that perpetually thwarts him. So he's purely doing that out of spite now. Turn them into gold. Early plots focus on using Smurfs to turn lead into gold, as he believes he can use them to create a philosopher's stone. Holy law. Eating them. In some stories, Gargamel sees the Smurfs as a delicacy and simply wants to eat them. Smurf essence. Later storylines show him trying to extract Smurf essence, a magical element that can make him a more powerful wizard. And then pure hatred. After being thwarted by the Smurfs hundreds of times, his motivation often shifts from greed to pure malice, simply wanting to destroy them. Remind me not to get on the wrong side of that fucking guy. In other words, he's off his head, yeah. Traders show us even when they sleep, let alone their house address. Oh, mate, could you imagine that? Fucking 24-hour trading stream, bro. I'd end up losing a stupid amount of money. Sounds like a Chad to me, trust me. Well, wait, no, not really. W Gargamel, what are you talking about? L Gargamel, he wants to kill the Smurfs to turn them into gold. This is what market does to your chat. Yeah, facts. Facts. Again, boys, I'm going to drop a link in my YouTube chat for my one-to-one mentorship if you are trying to join that. Or if you are trying to join, boys, just send me a DM on YouTube or on Discord, man. Send me a DM saying 1-to-1 on YouTube and I'll get you in that. As I said, boys, we are maxing it out at 30 people. Then price is going to go up. So here's a 1-to-1 mentorship. Yeah, JPYs have taken that CRT low now. Brilliant. Still really looking for the same thing though. Got the OTE from the high to the low. You can see it's still in line with our order block. So I do want price to push up to the order block and then sell. But we have taken that CRT low now. You can see we swept this high. Then traded all the way down into the low. So we just want that retracement and that move. So EJ, we've got these equal lows being created here. So hopefully we can push down into this order block and then push higher. Stop loss on the low, TP up here. You can definitely have a TP in a higher point as well. So yeah, EJ still does look nice. DXY is sort of struggling to have that reaction. It's inverted the 5 minute, but I do want to break the high ideally. I have the same thoughts, but I'm already in the trade. Fair play. What, in shorts or? I've seen people asking you for track records and you refuse to show. Just never happened, did it? Literally just never happened. I think the chat can vouch. Not one person has asked me for a track record in this live. They're just a little bit more focused on calling me a stupid name and trying to actually rage bait me. Been here for months and not one person has asked for a track record. Yeah, trust me. Brokey. But this weed 560, guys, genuinely covered my life for the past 4 years. Well, what, two years, I'd say. I haven't actually blocked him once because I still want to waste his time. Genuinely, boys, every day. Fuck you not, every day this weed 560. Every day for 2 years. I'm not, fuck you not, every day. This guy logs onto my live, comments brokey, and then leaves. Every time. And bear in mind, chat, just one of those times, I could actually kick him or block him or whatever, and he would never be able to come back. I've never done it just because I know for a fact doing this probably takes away, what, maybe 4 minutes of his time. And if I can waste 4 minutes of his time, then that's a dub in my book. Bro, can you do a quick look on holding US 30 from 1 hour order block? I don't really trade US 100, bro, but I can have a look. What do you think about gold? I'm bullish on gold. Boris Johnson, give trade. People's asking me to look at different things like gold and stuff like that. I'm mainly only really looking for EU and EJ right now. EU shorts and EJ buys. Do sound a little bit counterproductive, but we're mainly going off the indexes DXY and the JPY basket. Dragon Slayer, what do you think of Bitcoin? Now that name I do like. I'm still bearish on Bitcoin, bro. I'll be bearish. I wouldn't look to buy Bitcoin really until the end of the year. That's the only time I'd really be looking to get into Bitcoin. Weed 560 sounds consistent. He must be a good trader. He must be, bro. He probably worked for a hedge fund or something, to be fair. He's probably absolutely rolling in dough. Absolutely rolling in dough. But yeah, I would overall be bearish on Bitcoin for now. In this industry, people are so quick to call out quick. There's literally screenshots from some guy in your Discord asked for a track record and gets banned. It just didn't happen. Boys, I think you guys need to realise, if I was to ban people from my Discord, the amount of people that would have to get banned is insane. You think the banter on here is bad? You think what people saying to me on here is bad? On the Discord, holy. If you think I actually sit there, go through my comments in my Discord and ban people, it's crazy. There's literally screenshots. If you actually think that I've kicked someone out of my Discord for asking me for a track record, you're smoking, bro. You're absolutely smoking, brother. Don't enter off that limit, brother. You'll be stopped. I'm not entering off that limit, bro. Asking for a track record like every live isn't posted. Yeah, trust me. You can literally go back, boys. If I didn't want to show you what I'm doing, why the fuck would I come live? Think about it, boys. If I was actually doing that, why would I even bother coming live? Surely I would just bang out YouTube videos and TikToks all day rather than actually sitting here and exposing myself by trading live. As I said, boys, if you are curious, these guys are just chatting waffle, but if you are serious, if you go to lives, all my lives are recorded. So you can genuinely go back over every single live and see every single trade I've pretty much taken on live. And this goes back for absolutely months and months and months. So, yeah, it's all there, boys. Nothing's deleted. You can see everything on my YouTube. So, why would I boot someone out of my Discord for that? These people can't trade and blame it on others. Yeah, facts, bro. Facts. But yeah, bro, I told you to buy. Bro, I'm not getting in yet. The reason I said I'm not getting in is because you can see we have had this really weak break on EU. But we haven't broken on DXY. See, we was unable to break that high on the DXY. So I'm waiting for that to break first in order to get in. I won't be looking to get in unless that breaks. DXY is the most important thing. We are reacting off this IFEG though, so we'll see how we move from here. Let's see, boys. Let's see. Let's see, boys. Let's see, boys. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Bro, told you it's a buy. Look out for that, bro. I'm waiting for the DXY first, bro. That's what I'm really waiting for. Who's your favourite trapper? Who's your favourite trapper? My favourite trapper, that's a good question. It's actually not a good question. It's a shit question. My favourite trapper. Are we talking all time or right now? Right now, there's not really any goats out right now. You got that El Mentro's been nicked or been killed. You've got El Chapo's in nick. Who else you got? Escobar's brown bread. The Kinahan's just got nicked. It's actually looking peak. Might join the 1-to-1 for a couple of months. We're going to have to wait a month or so before joining. No worries, bro. No worries, brother. Just send me a DM, JJ. I might even be able to sort you out with something. How'd your sell go? Not in yet, bro. You watch Narcos, these man get dropped. Yeah, no, I don't, bro. I haven't watched Narcos, but yeah, these cartels don't last long. Mate, it's a crazy life to live, isn't it? It's actually insane why anyone would want to live like that. Have you seen that gap on the DXY? Yeah, bro, it's just an opening gap. I wouldn't be too concerned about it, to be honest. To be honest with you. As I said, I'm mainly waiting on a conclusive break of this low to actually get in. No need to rush into this trade. Yeah, it's crazy life. Wouldn't wish on anyone. I don't know why people even get involved, man. It's actually horrible. Where's Stu? I haven't seen him for a while. He's stepping back from Richesse for a bit, bro. He's got his own. He's got his own group or whatever you call it. His own whatever. Not group. His own business. He's recently bought a calf off of his trading profit. So, yeah. Long on due USD. Well, the closest one to that is actually Trader Joe's. I think it's because they get in as they're young as fuck. Oh yeah, trust. They just see the dough, didn't they, and think, yeah, this is the one. Not gonna lie, what they're doing in El Salvador, they should just do here though. See how they just nick everyone. Like realistically, anyone that's ever been in a drill music video should just be nicked. Anyone ever seen in a UK drill video should be nicked and put in jail for 10 years without trial. But JJ, just send me a DM on Discord, bro. Let me know it's you, and yeah. What do you think about longing? I don't really like longs, bro. Mace is in a black box, I swear. Wait, what do you mean, bro? Wait, what? He's in a black box. What do you mean he's in a black box, bro? Oh, the music video. Yeah, Mace is in a black box, yeah. Should I put it on? It's pretty shit, to be honest. I'll put it on. It's pretty shit, though. You man probably ain't gonna like it, I'll be real. I caught ALG buys from GJ this morning. Nice 1-2. Lovely, bro. Lovely. Nah, don't tell me bro was on the roads. Nah, he weren't. He weren't. This is it.
Look, really running around the city like it's new jack. Feel like me, no on the block with this new pack. Can't let all these fakes get the best of me. Check 1, 2, 3, devil really testing me. Can't be slipping on the road for investing heat. Fuck fakes, they a trick, not a fucking treat. Really went and spent 5 on a valley tea. Uncle says take time and invest in me. All them trappers.
Only $5 on a Valentino t-shirt. What a waste of money, bruv. By the way, chat, I'm not getting in this. I need the DXY to break properly. We've only broken this low a little bit.
I wanna change out this life, car bare lies. Next minute someone's in jail or someone's son dies. Can't disappoint my mum, so the kid tries. Whip like a sorcerer like Merlin. Rolls getting pounds on the wig, no sterling. Grinding all day, but a nigga still working. Free all my guys in the cage, yeah, I'm hurting. Don't worry, man, though, cause the clock's still turning. Like Keenan, we got turners, for the bridge we got burners. Bro says 14's too much, I'll need workers. I was like, loud that, bro, wanna be a 7-fig earner. Eyes got drip flowing like the river store.
Price is your tracing, yeah, trust.
Evil like Voldemort, no one bust me on this. Know that I was self-taught, deep voice like Loki. Eyes on me, you would have thought that I was shoky. Some are up there doing Gabbana in my Dolce. Got cats itching, scratching, moving like they smoky.
It's actually quite good, isn't it?
So you know I went harder. Soon saw the kid out here dripping in Prada. Blacked out in the face. I ain't talking.
Hello, bro. What you saying, bro?
To the sparkle, trying to do a palace, live like Meghan Markle. Selling D on the block, I need to tour Europe, man. I've made reservations for sticky situations. No, I ain't a deal, so I ain't saying
Decent, innit? Hell nah, are you going to trade higher act? I'm waiting for confirmations, bro, but I do think we're going to go lower. Maybe not from here. I'm not executing on this one because the break weren't strong enough. Looks like my YouTube chat has got way different opinions. Go short, go short, go short, go short.
Come to your bando with a clip, no board, cause this ain't an inspection. Lied about your status, that's a clear reflection.
Bro, bears of my mates make music, to be fair. Let me try to find another one. Oh, this one's kind of dead. This one's alright. I quite rate this one. I rate this one. It's my boy from school. He's honestly the nicest kid you'll ever meet. Not a kid, but... You get in after 12, Matt. I'm not answering any questions if you're calling me Matt or John or Shane or these fucking names. That's fun. Buttons are pressed like how we started. Everybody grew up broke, that's how we started. What you saying, Matthew? My name is Bino. My keyboard is ass. Yeah, I'm not entering on this one, chat. We haven't got the DXY break, as you can see. You can see. What are you saying, Matthew? Don't know how many times I can say it. My name is not Matthew. My name is not Matthew. My name's not Matt. Don't know where this even Matt trend come from. My name is Louis. You can call me Lou, and that is it. Alright, boys? Can we just chill out with these annoying ass nicknames you lot keep naming me? He was going to go towards Wednesday High. Yeah, that's why we're waiting for the break first, bro. Everybody grew up broke, that's how we started. In Woody Green, that's how we started. In the rain, just me and my city. About the pain, just me and my city. You trying to cruise for the city. Or Lululemon, Lululemon. You guys have actually decided to stick with Lululemon. I feel like I'm not even going to be able to get you to stop saying that. So I'm just going to have to learn to accept it. I don't like it. I learn to accept it. Yeah, what we got now is on DXY. We've got a bearish shoulder block on the 5 and a bullish shoulder block on the 5. So we'll see which one plays out and which one don't. Obviously, I personally think right now we're going to break this low. So we're obviously not getting in EU sells yet. We need DXY 5 minute to actually break a high in order to get into this trade here. So as I said, right now, we're not getting in. Me and my city, it was me and Lil A trying to cruise for the city. I came up with that name for you, Lululemon. Don't be proud of it. I don't like it. I mean, the other people might be proud of it, but I really don't like that name. Don't enter short at this time, just before New York opens. Could be dangerous. New York usually makes first big movement. Thank you. Your name is EU, bro. Alright, I'll be called it. Oh, EU Lou. That's alright. You is dad. Who's dad? What, Lululemon? I'd love to be Lululemon's dad. Is Lululemon actually a real person? What, Lululemon's not an actual person, is it? Surely not. Lululemon person. Yo, why could this actually be my dad? It ain't my dad, but it looks like it could blatantly just be someone's dad. Wow, really? Matthew. Why Matthew? Why? Why Matthew? Genuinely, why Matt? Matthew, what's... At least Matthew's actually a religious name, so I actually kind of rate that. It's a little bit biblical. Who actually is Matthew in the Bible? Is Matthew and John in it? What does he look like? Does he look based? What did he do? What did Matthew do in the Bible? Right, if he actually did something really based, then I'll actually allow that name. Matthew was a despised... You're telling me this is the one guy in the fucking Bible that no one actually liked? I thought it was just Judas. Matthew was a despised, not even a dislike, not a hated, a despised. Matthew was a despised tax collector in Capernaum, often called Levi, who, upon Jesus' call, immediately abandoned his wealth and career to become one of the 12 apostles. Okay, he hosted a banquet. Okay. So I was hated, but then I dropped it all for the love of Christ, which is kind of based, so I'll actually allow that. First gospel in the New Testament, Fez. Lululemon was so Chinese, people would struggle to pronounce it. Wait, what? Oh, we're so oh, wait, really? Surely not. How did that... What? They can't say them words? Lee? Yeah, they actually can't low-key, innit? We're kind of pushing up. As I said, we've got these two order blocks. One bullish, one bearish. So we'll see which one comes through. If we can get a push up and a break of this high, then I'll definitely be looking to get an EU. But until that happens, then I'm going to be waiting. Yo, everyone who's in this chat, make sure you join the Discord, man. Make sure you join the DC, this Kizzy, this called Matthias Lowe. Matthias, that's like a French version. I'd rather the English version, to be honest, but... Donald Lowe. Donald Lowe's alright, but it's not really that creative. Okay, can I say it? Yep, go on. Say what you like. May just got on GJ, honestly. Yeah, man, it's annoying, though, because the M basket has still got a little bit more to retrace, in my opinion. So if we look at the day currently for the M basket, we've had an Asia distribution. London Open had a pullback. and then distributed again. So I want a retracement of that pullback into the OTE and then get that next leg down. So if we can retrace a little bit more up to here, and I definitely think JPY pairs will look lovely, specifically EJ for me, for buy from here. EJ's got a lot to target as well, where the EJ's been pretty undervalued. It's got about 100 pips from its all-time high. As you can see, its all-time high is all the way up here. Whereas if you look at JPY, its all-time high is very, very close. It's like almost pretty much there already. So EJ's definitely got space to move for sure. Sydney Looper. Sydney Lou. Who is that? Sydney. What's her name? Sydney Looper. Sydney Harp. Sydney Sweeney, maybe? Who is that even meant to be? Yo, real talk. I know she's like, she is buff, but like, if she didn't have those titties, bro, no one would see her as half as dank as they do. She's actually not that good looking in the face, really, at all. She's unreal, though. All things included. Sydney Looper. Oh. Charlie Kirk. Old Matt Donald. Old Matt Donald. I don't like that. Matt Donald, that was actually kind of a clever one, though. Charlie Kirk, that's not even creative or clever. That's just a name. We are moving, chat. We are moving. I'll tell you that. We are moving. Alright, chat. It is 12 o'clock now, though, so I'm going to jump off. By the way, boys, let me just give you my schedule. If you are new here, let me tell you my schedule so you can always see the lives. So the lives are from 8, basically 8:30 till 12. And then 12 to 12:30. 1. Right, let me actually show you my schedule for real. So this is the schedule, boys, just so you lot know. So this is the schedule of the live streams. So 6:30 to 8:30, this is just with the mentorship students. This is the pre-London stream. And 12 to 12:30, this is just with the mentorship students as well. So this is the pre-London stream and the post-London stream where we go on with our members. Breakdown. This is one we're breaking down what we're expecting to see. This one we break down what we have seen and what trades we've seen. But the actual live streams, what you man can tune into if you're not in a mentorship, 8:30 till 12, I'm live, and then 1 till 6. So the live is going to be ending now, but then we're going to be rerunning it at 1 PM. If you are in the mentorship, then you're going to be on my next live now with the mentorship students. If not, then I'll see you again at 1 PM, boys. We are going to be live on the same YouTube, different TikTok, boys. So if you are trying to get in the New York live, everyone go to my YouTube, Richesse FX. Everyone lock in with that. Go to the YouTube, Richesse. Wow. Richesse FX on YouTube. Go tune in. We've got about 150 people in the YouTube stream right now. Chat's popping off. Megan Fox on top. Yeah, 100%. She's unreal. She's a bit old now, though, isn't she? Is May still under your desk? Fucking hell, you guys have got the most disgustingest, dirtiest, horrible minds. Why did you flash us on stream earlier? Again, just didn't happen, did it? It just didn't happen. And now, someone who's probably just joined the live is actually going to think, bro, what is wrong with this guy? Someone's for a start under my desk, and I apparently flashed you guys. They're going to think I'm an absolute scumbag for no reason. Just none of this actually happened. Anyway, boys, if you are in the mentorship, I'll see you on live right now. If you're not, then boys, I will see you on the New York stream at 1 PM. So if you don't know, there are 2 different people. There are me and Mace. So I go live, we've got Lou. I go live for the London session. And for the New York session. Sorry, wow, what am I talking about? I go live for the London session and the post-London stream. Then my best mate Mace, who is obviously trades the exact same way I do. And we run the group together. He is live for, I don't know why I did the bent, but he is live for the pre-London and the New York stream. So, boys, the next stream coming up, if you're a free guy, is on YouTube. Mace is going to be hosting it on YouTube at 1 PM. See if you can rage bait him with his name as well, because he's got a more name that you can change. His name is Mason, so Mace you can actually change to like Chase, Jace, Face, Blaze, like Blaze Matuidi. Right, must be waking up bare early. We're always up early for our members, boys. Again, this stream's free, and then these streams are with our members only. But yeah, you can see, boys, so I'm live for London and post-London. Mate is live for pre-London and New York. So he's going to be live on his own separate TikTok. We'll still be in the comments. I'll probably be in a guest in the live. I'll still be getting active. But, boys, make sure if you are looking to tune into New York stream, go to my YouTube channel, Richesse. Go subscribe there. Turn the bell on. 1 PM. Be ready. Mate is going to be live. We're going to be running back the live again. But I appreciate all of you, man, watching, boys. Appreciate all you tuning in. As I said, time to jump on the next stream. Pretty decent live today, to be fair, boys. He wasn't looking at too much. He was mainly just looking at EU shorts. Sort of coming through a little bit now. I'm not in on these yet, but we're still looking for the same idea. So I'm still very positive going into the market about what we're expecting to see. But yeah, I appreciate all you guys tuning in. And I'll catch you in the next live, people. Sweet, boys. I'll see you at 1 PM on the YouTube. Richesse FX. Let me show you, man. Richesse FX on YouTube. Right there. Screenshot that. And yeah, boys, link to my Discord is in my bio as well. If you're trying to get in the Discord, it's the main hub of where we do everything. It's where we have mentorship and signals, and it's where we just share our trades and stuff like that. So make sure you get in the Discord to properly join the com. If not, I'll see you back live tomorrow. But make sure you get in the New York stream, man, because there's going to be some banger trades coming through. I'm going to be in the comments of the live, and I'm going to be probably joining as a guest so we can catch some banger trades. But yeah, appreciate all you tuning in, boys, and I'll see you in the next one, people. Sweet, boys. Alright, appreciate you tuning in on Discord, boys. Big up to everyone. Yeah, appreciate you lot on YouTube, boys. Big up to everyone. You guys was max level rage baiting right now. Wow, this trade's actually looking like it's going to come through. Just quickly for you, man. Obviously, as I said, we are mainly waiting for this break to actually properly execute on this. Same thing on the DXY, as I said. We're between these 5 minutes, right? So we're at our POY for buys. We do want to buy from this level. We need to see a confirmation first. So we need to see price actually break this high, have a pullback, and then we'll get in there. And as I said, boys, we're between this bearish 5 minute and this bullish 5 minute. One of these must fail, and one of these must come through. So whichever one we'll shortly see. But yeah, appreciate you tuning in, boys, and I'll see you in the next one, people. Sweet, boys. Oh yeah, if anyone does want to get in that one-to-one mentorship, DM me one-to-one ASAP. It is $150 a month, as I said, what I've been talking about. It is one-to-one, and DM me one-to-one, as I said, it's going to max out at 30 people, and then we can't take on any more at that price. So yeah, appreciate you a lot tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next one, people. Sweet, boys. It is one-to-one, and DM me one-to-one, as I said, it's going to max out at 30 people, and then we can't take on any more at that price. So yeah, appreciate you a lot tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next one, people. Sweet, boys.